We are going to start with some notes about safety before we kick off our opening ceremony. Thank you so much. For safety, if you look around, we have some exits here. If you see these major doors, please pay attention to exits when you are walking throughout the building. If you see anything amiss in the building that needs attention, whether it's in the bathrooms, in the hallway, a water fountain, please let us know so we can take care of that and take care of this beautiful facility. Also, if you notice someone who is struggling today, maybe things are a little frustrated or a bit overwhelming, please reach out to that person or reach out to us or an adult so that we can support all of you and keep this a safe and fun experience for all. So we are so excited to have you here today at Eagle Valley Middle School. Yeah, and so we are going to kick off our opening ceremonies.
Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down. And the walls can't stop us now. Watching it come through, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. This is the greatest show.
There we go. We had some technical confusion this morning, but what engineers don't? I mean, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Is there some energy out there? I don't hear any. There it is.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm looking for.
Somebody woke up.
I was worried there for a second, Jim. I'm like, they're all just looking at me. Where was that energy? So, of course, thank you, everybody, for being here, and welcome to the Northern Nevada First LEGO League Qualifier. Today, we are here to celebrate the achievements of First LEGO League Challenge teams. That's you! And I believe we heard the greatest show clip. So then we'll go ahead and proceed forward with that. And let's begin with the national anthem. Today we have the colors presented by the Carson High School JROTC. And we will also have Nanami Duncan providing American Sign Language. And now, if you can, please stand for the national anthem.
Another big hand for the Carson City Junior ROTC. I don't think we had a proper introduction. That there is Larson Rivera. I've been arrested by Caroline.
What? I heard we have a vocalist here at Eagle Valley Middle School who would like to sing the national anthem for you. And we would like to hear her, wouldn't we? So let's give a big round of applause to our young vocalist and her cheering squad. Is that correct? And Birdie? Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
No, I'm solo.
Where's your mic?
Okay. Is it on?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's on.
I'm so nervous. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight are the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. So say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and the free and the home of the brave?
Good job. Good job. Wait.
Let's have another round of applause for our vocalist. That was phenomenal.
That was Madison. Great job. What a surprise. Before Madison took the floor, I was introducing Larson Rivera.
Who? Where is
our game announcer and master of ceremonies.
Is that me?
And I know for a fact you were in First Tech Challenge, but FLL too?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Some 7 years ago now, I think, at this point.
So long ago you can hardly remember.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You're getting so old. Well, I'm Jim Poston. I'm also a game announcer and master of ceremonies. And I'd like to start by acknowledging a very special individual today. You've seen her up here. Caroline Hansen is our tournament director. Caroline, there she is. Her hard work and leadership in the preceding weeks and days have made all of this possible.
And if we could get a special round of applause for our tournament director, again, please. These are for our volunteers. They work tirelessly, so we can never, ever show them enough praise. And a special thank you to our host today, Eagle Valley Middle School and its first teams. That is FLLC 52957, the Metallic Eagles, and FLLC 56604, for the Coding Eagles. Thank you. And to the individuals who are the masterminds behind that, we also want to thank the team's coaches, Kimberly Tucker and Becky Ritter. Thank you so much.
All right, lights, camera, steam. Let's get this masterpiece event started. In this year's art-inspired season masterpiece, part of First in Show presented by Qualcomm, teams around the world use their creativity to imagine and innovate new ways to create and communicate art across the globe. This is an official first LEGO League Masterpiece Tournament. First and the LEGO Group partnered to create our program in 1998. First LEGO League started that year with 200 teams. This season, hundreds of thousands of kids in over 100 countries are participating around the world.
Jim.
Stop! We have a video.
Hey there. We're so glad you're here. Get ready to step into the spotlight this year. Where are we headed? I'm sure you want to know. Let me set the stage for where we'll go. You've got STEAM. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Doing your best while practicing your craft. STEAM inspires big ideas, bold action, and creativity. These skills empower us to bring ideas to life and build the future. Film, music, theater, photography. Design a world of endless possibilities. Create art and experiences that entertain and inspire. Dream big, out loud. Fuel your creative fire. There may come a time in your journey ahead when things aren't going like they did in your head. When you give yourself the freedom to fail, your best ideas are free to set sail. So remember to always chase after that dream. Because behind you, you have a global community, a worldwide team. It's the memories you'll make and the magic you'll build. No ideas unexplored, no dreams unfulfilled. The future is a place you will create. So, are you ready? Welcome to First in Show, presented by Qualcomm.
And to that, I must say the future looks pretty bright with all these young engineers in here, would you say?
Sure looks like it.
Indeed it does. And because of that, too, let's talk a little bit about the history of FIRST right here, because this is an official FIRST LEGO League Masterpiece Tournament, and FIRST and the LEGO Group partnered to create our program in 1998. FIRST LEGO League started that year with 200 teams. And this season, wait for it, we have hundreds of thousands of kids in over 100 countries all around the world. That's incredible. Think about that. And all of you, especially you here today and teams all around the world, they have been preparing for this tournament by working on the robot game and the innovation project while also developing their core values and teamwork. For the Masterpiece season, we have 212 teams in Nevada alone, and 31 are here today. For the Masterpiece Innovation Project, teams were challenged to explore the role STEM plays in the arts. That is STEAM acronym if you're familiar with it. And then put their creativity to work to design a future of endless possibilities. In the robot game, teams can earn points during a 2.5-minute match. Do you want to elaborate on that, Jim?
Well, the robot game and innovation project are what we do. Our first core values support how we do what we do. And when things get tough out there today, you never want to forget about gracious professionalism. It means competing like crazy against the clock, but treating each other with respect. Keep that in mind if you get a little tired or something goes wrong. We all have more fun, teams, coaches, parents, and volunteers, when we treat each other with gracious professionalism.
And for that reason, let's go ahead and meet our judges. Judges, I think they're all over there. I would say please stand, but they're already standing. Please, a round of applause for our judges. And a little special shout out to Patty Poston, who is our judge advisor for this tournament, and I believe also 15 years with First. Is that correct this year? Let's have a round of applause.
Yay, Patty. Well, the judges are great, but what about the folks dressed in the black and white stripes? Look at the referees, they're already standing. Give us a wave. You'll see a lot more of them today. Referee servers are robot game officials, and Henry Sturm is our tournament's head referee. And our Northern Nevada first senior mentor, Nanami Duncan, is our assistant head referee today.
All right. And while we were talking about referees, let's take a look at this season's robot game and all the missions that accompany it. Oh, hold off on that. What's the surprise?
Because we have a surprise cheer for
Another surprise.
You know, is it Christmas? Because we have so many surprises. Oh, this is wonderful.
All right. One more cheer. All right, Eagle Valley Middle School cheer. Woohoo! Birdie needs to learn the slide, though.
Because we know some of you have to get off to your judging round. We're going to let those teams start to make their way out. But for those of you who remain here, we do have the video of the robot game. And I'll turn it back.
Perfect, thank you. And there, I'm not going to think about the gap of time. Oh no, where does my mind go? Oh, hit reset. Okay, we have the robot game video for you. Let's take a look at all the missions that all of you are hopefully very familiar with at this point.
Well, here's the volunteers. No. The volunteers are supposed to come up after the video. We do have the script here in black and white, but it's kind of flexible, I believe.
The script is flexible indeed. My confusion, sorry. So we have our teams that are getting ready for judging. Listen to this because this is important. At 10:30, Team 57804, Rest in Pieces, and Team you'll be going to judging room 1, team 57804, rest in pieces. In room 2, we'll have team 40644, the Da Vinci Coders. Again, that's in room 2. In room 3, team 56675, the Dragon Bots 2, not Dragon Bots 1. I've already seen them earlier today. Room 4, we have team 56604, the Coding Eagles. And in room 5, we have team 55692, the Savage Bricks. Again, that is for your judging session. So if I called you, you better get over there. Okay, now I think we are ready to proceed.
All right. All right, we had a little modification in the script. This is live, as you can see, not recorded. All right, this tournament is only possible due to the hard work and dedication of our volunteers who've come out and forced to support this tournament. So volunteers, please stand. If you're already standing, please wave. Volunteers. And volunteer means they're not paid. They're doing this out of their good heart, goodwill.
And of course, too, we also want to take a minute to give a nod to our first LEGO League global sponsors. That is LEGO Education and the LEGO Foundation, as well as our first LEGO League Challenge division sponsor. That is Rockwell Automation.
And we also can't thank our wonderful local sponsors enough, whose support has not only made this tournament possible, but they've been strong supporters of teams throughout the state. They are Tesla, the Nevada Department of Education, and the Gene Haas Foundation.
And Caroline already went over some housekeeping items, so I hope that you remember those. And if not, I only have one thing to provide to you. Teams, please come up to the table on time. If you have a match schedule, make sure that you know it and that you are at the queuing station at your dedicated time.
And we do want to put in that we want to thank our wonderful hosts here, so please be respectful of the facilities. Clean up after yourself. Don't leave trash. When we are at the end of the day, clean up the pits. If somebody right next to you, the team next to you, didn't clean up as well as you thought they should, please help them out and clean up too.
All right. And then if we are ready for the game, we will go ahead and see the challenges, and then after that, we will let the games begin. Up, say it with me. 3, 2, 1, Lego! And we finally have matches going today after a brief pause. And now here we are, a little bit of activity here. Cyber Falcons went out into the field and they went towards the craft machine, although it didn't look like they completed anything. 501st went out into the field. They were carrying some of the field experts, however, I didn't see exactly who they were, as well as a few audience members. I also see what appears to be it could be their masterpiece on the backside of the sound mixer. The robot got caught out in the middle of the field, and so they brought it back to the other side of base, and they switched out their operator team. Meanwhile, Cyber Falcons is back in base. There was a little bit of confusion over here. I didn't quite see what happened. They are waiting for their robot to move, and it actually looks like that they are content with everything that they attempted, and they are going to wait out the rest of the match. Meanwhile, 501st, on the other side of the table, they completed the first part of the craft mission where they ejected the project from the machine, and they also completely, at least it appears that they completely rotated the holographic performer all the way around, ready for the show. I wonder if they are going to go and try and do the rest of the light show and the sound system, though, because you can have a performer, but you need the rest of your technology in order to get it to work. Oh, well, they just like to have a little bit of a chill concert, it seems. Back over to base they go. They were trying to move their robot to the other side so they could switch out an attachment on their robot that the other operating team has. This actually appears to be a separate motor that the team has put onto the robot. And I wonder what they're going to do with it. We have about 45 seconds left in the match here. Cyber Falcons still chilling, having a fun time. And Team 501st successfully turned the 2D screen into a 3D screen. Back into base they go. I see high fives from all their team members. They seem pretty happy with how their match went. And I didn't hear it here, but there was actually, we just crossed the 30-second mark. So normally this is the point when I would see all the stress in the team's eyes just appear immediately, like they had to face the entire weight of the world immediately. But nah, not these teams. They are instead, Team 501st is telling me about their mascot, Reggie. Is that correct? Reggie for good spirit. Cyber Falcons, what about you? What good spirit do we have over here? Didn't quite get to hear it at the end of the match, but I will at some point.
Match 18. 3, 2, 1, let go. Both teams are off. Creator Bots going off to the craft machine. Wolf Bots have delivered an audience member to the concert, but not in the concert zone. Creator Bots changing mechanisms. Wolf Bots back into the home zone. Looks like they're going to get another arm on, put a few more audience members in front of the robot. Creator Bots have the hologram mission complete. Back in the home zone. Right side technicians quickly changing their arm. Wolf Bots have their arm on. Looks like they're aiming for the craft table. Easily push the bar in. Back for another mission. Looks like they might be sending it to the left side technicians. Creator Bots have their innovative mission going over to the museum, along with a curator, along with a pile of audience members, like 5 of them. Innovative project tipped over, but it's still in the museum. Wolfpack Bots loading up an audience member. Looks like they're headed also to the skateboard park. Easily placed. Going over to mission number 6. Looking at their robot cheat sheet. Creator Bots sending their robot over to the left side technicians. And we do have an audio level set by the Wolfpack Bots. Going for another one. Still only 1 level set. Creator Bots trying that. Oh, now they've got 2 set. Creator Bots trying to change the scene. Looks like they are not successful. Still on the blue scene. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left in the match. Wolfpack Bots and Creator Bots lining up for probably one final mission. So Wolfpack Bots trying to get that scene change. Weren't successful on that. Looks like Creator Bots have the 3D cinema successfully done. 5 seconds left in the match. Looks like they're good. Dragon is protruding. That's the end of the match. Great job, Wolfpack Bots. Great job, Creator Bots.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego! Barcoders heading out into the field with an immediate run. Royal Robots doing the same. Royal Robots completed the craft mission successfully, and they were heading towards the holographic stage, and it looks like they completed that successfully. Meanwhile, Barcoders, they went and did a mission that I have not seen anybody do today. It was the scene change mission, and they changed it to orange. Now, one of the interesting things is that this is one of the missions where the teams are supposed to work together to try and figure out if they can get their scenes to be the same. And I was hearing the teams before the match, they were trying to coordinate which color they were going to do, and I think they agreed on orange. So it looks like Barcoders has held up that side of the agreement. We'll see if Royal Robots is capable of doing the same. Both robots are back in base on the same side of the field, and they are heading over to the other side. Both robots were actually attempting, at least it looks like they were attempting to complete the boat movie scene mission. And with varying degrees of success, they were able to do it. Looks like Barcoders was able to actually pull the camera, moving the boat off of its starting platform and getting it into the designated area. Royal Robots was able to do something similar, but it looks like they actually just moved the boat deliberately, and the camera is still in its original starting position. Back over at the other side of base, Royal Robots went for a run at the 2D to 3D conversion for the cinema. Man, I love 3D movies, and I really hope they can get that thing working here. Barcoders over on the other side, they have taken off a massive attachment from their robot. It looks quite smaller than it was just a few minutes ago, or well, I guess rather a few seconds ago. And they just went and completed the holographic performer mission, heading over to the augmented reality mission. Meanwhile, Royal Robots going to complete the scene change mission. It looks like they may try and see if they can get it to orange as well. They are on blue, but it looks like their robotic arm got caught and they were not able to continue transitioning between scenes. They still have about 30 seconds left on the clock. That buzzer is going to come about now. There it is, which is now when the pressure really starts to build. Barcoders is putting their masterpiece in their robot. They have an attachment for that, along with a couple of specialist experts. And they have a couple of audience members as well. Royal Robots are doing the same. They are bringing their masterpiece out onto the field, or they are attempting to. Barcoders successfully got it into the museum. 5 seconds left on the clock. A lot of action happening here. Royal Robots going to try and make a last-ditch attempt, but it did not go, unfortunately. And that is the end of the match right there.
Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Empire off onto the craft table. Yarrington hitting that audio slider, but they're not sticking for him. Empire plugging in another arm. Looks like a double hook grabber arm. Yarrington over to the 3D cinema project mission. Oh, just missed that top on the craft table. They wanted to hook it up, lift that lid. Referees cautioning Empire to make sure they start completely in the home zone. Yarrington selecting mission 0, apparently. Empire over here hitting the rolling camera. They pull the bar back, but not enough to release the camera. Yarrington deciding to launch their mission. Looks like they're taking about a 45-degree turn to the left, trying to get to that scene change perhaps at the theater, but the robot is reluctant with a big smile on the coding face. Empire sending their robot over to the left side technicians. Quickly aligning for the next mission, pulling off unnecessary mechanisms. Coming up on 1 minute left in the match. Empire launches over to the scene change. They do get that scene change to pink. That's 10 points right there. Changing their mechanism. Looks like they're going over to the audio sliders. Yarrington sending their robot off to the audio sliders. Empire's gonna, just miss those levers by 1 millimeter. Yarrington the same. 30 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds. Left side technicians working for Empire. Pressure's on. 20 seconds left. Looks like they're going to go over, try to get that camera. They've got their prong hook arm on. Drop it. Oh, just missed the camera. Yarrington going off. Coming right back into the home zone. 3, 2, 1. Into the match.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego! And Leopardbot's heading straight out towards the craft mission where they were able to successfully complete it. Lionetics completed the boat transportation mission, although I believe that is actually a movie shot right there. Leopardbots just also completed the same, although they did it in a different strategy. They decided to push the boat instead of pulling it like Lionetics did. Meanwhile, Lionetics heading out into the field, they were able to successfully complete the virtual reality experience. Or sorry, not the virtual reality experience, the immersive experience. I guess it could be virtual reality, depending on the application of it. Meanwhile, Leopardbot's back in base. It looked like they were trying to bring one of the field experts out into the field, but I don't know if they got them exactly to where they were intending. I can't quite tell from my vantage point. Lionetics back in base. They went to convert the 2D movie screen into a 3D screen, and it looks like they didn't quite get it on the first try, but then they went back for a second try. Again, persistence is key, and were able to finish latching that mechanism down. Leopardbots, meanwhile, bringing all the audience members and their masterpiece and the curator over to the museum. Wow, quite a run right there, and they were able to make it back into base, and I don't think their robot got stuck, so that was quite a successful run. Heading over to the scene change, they were able to change it to the pink scene. Well done for them. Lionetics, meanwhile, ended up on the other side of the field. They were able to deliver the visual effects supervisor to their dedicated spot. I can see that from here. And they're on the other side of the table. trying to coordinate another mission. Meanwhile, Leopardbots was able to deliver one of the specialists as well to the region just by the theater. Quite a lot of deliveries here for the specialists in their field in this match, and Leopardbots is able to successfully deploy the immersive experience. We have a pretty symmetrical layout here on both the fields. Both the teams are completing pretty much the same missions here. This is quite incredible. Lionetics made a run for the holographic performer. They were able to complete it successfully, and Leopardbots was able to complete the 3D movie screen. Wow. And there's still only 30 seconds left remaining. Now, this is something interesting I'm seeing right here, because it looks like Leopardbots is actually happy with their score, and they're just gonna stay right here. They actually seem very content with it. But I am very curious to see what Lionetics does if they can get the camera. I have not seen another team do this today. They push the camera up over the rail, and it looks like it is. We'll have to see what the scoring is on there, but it was away from its starting point, so I presume that will probably get them some number of points. Back to base that they are, and we just wait out the rest of the match, and that's it.
Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Both teams out of the box. Empire trying to get that camera. Launches the camera. High Voltage has successfully gotten the hologram. High Voltage aligning for mission number 2 on their robot. Arm is down. And they're going to try another mission. High Voltage loading the robot up with their innovative project with, looks like the curator of the museum expert. Zoom Empire's over there to left side. Had to pull that robot in from the field. Lost 1 precision token for that. High Voltage has everybody in the museum, looks like. Curator and their innovative project. Tried to get the immersive project up, but it fell back down as they pulled the robot back to the home zone. Empire loading up an arm. Need to start completely in the home zone, including the arm extension. High Voltage going over to the rolling camera. Looks like they hooked the bar, and yes, the rolling camera is released. Here comes Empire. Oh, they're trying to hook that camera to pull the ship into the scene. High Voltage aligning for their next mission. And Empire ran into the rolling camera rail. Got shifted just a bit. Looks like they lost 1 more precision token. Having a little trouble with that camera and the ship. High Voltage aligning. Looks like they're going to try to move some experts around. 30 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds. Robots moved over to the left side technicians, and they put that expert into the movie theater. Empire trying to get that camera again. This is the... They did hit the camera, but the arm came up too late. High Voltage. 3, 2, 1. Into the match.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego! All right, and the interesting match begins. The designers were able to, it looks like they tried to go for the 3D movie screen. I didn't see if they completed it, but they are going for the scene change. Meanwhile, the Dragon Bots headed out into the field with quite a few attachments, actually. They had their masterpiece, the curator, and an audience member, it looks like, that were all brought at least partially into the museum from my vantage point. Back to base they went to try another mission. Meanwhile, the dynamic designers were over on the other side of the table, but then they decided to make a run all the way over to the other side. It looks like they were carrying one of the experts, but I didn't quite see if they were able to deploy the visual effects supervisor to the place that they were intending. And it looks like they broke off their pedestal. Oh no! That's not always super fun, but they should be okay. Because meanwhile, they went for the craft mission, and they were able to successfully deploy the project from the machine. Dragonbots was able to do the same thing as well. And Dragonbots is actually deciding to stay on the other side of the table. They do have operators on the other side, so I wonder if they have missions planned for the other side, or if they're going to try and switch over at the halfway point. One of the team members is giving me a look in the eye like, why would you think that we would not do anything? Nah, they have some secret plan. I'm waiting to see it. The designers are back in base. It looks like they have preloaded a whole bunch of audience members, and they are aligned straight for the light show. They're on target, all the way in there with their special attachment. Back to base they go. Dragonbots 1 still back in base. I saw that they had an audience member, but it also looks like they were able to complete the boat mission as well. That movie shot is done and ready for post-production, and also able to complete, or no, not able to complete. They went for it. They were trying to complete the holographic performer, but it doesn't look like they were able to successfully. The dynamic designers having quite a moment over here. They went and moved their masterpiece into the museum, and we're going for the immersive experience. That all happened right as the 30-second warning came in. This is going to get interesting. Dragonbots looks like they're still trying some missions out on the other side of the field, opposing dynamic designers. They were going for the holographic performer mission, and it looks like they were maybe able to get it. I can't quite tell from my vantage point. Looks like the performers turned around. On the other side of base they go. They have 5 seconds to try something new. Can they do it? And maybe not for this round.
Thumbs up. Referees are ready. Our timer is ready. Let's start the match. 3, 2, 1, let go. Smithridge out, going to the immersive experience. Just missed the bar. Didn't see how the Husky Howlers did on that camera. Got over to the craft table, pushing an expert around. Hologram screen has been crushed, but it looks like they've accomplished the mission. Husky Howlers going over, looks like they're headed over to augmented reality. Gonna pull that bar. Out back attacking the rest of the mission. Smithridge aligning. Looks like they're going to send the robot over to the right side. Technicians easily make it over onto the right side home zone. Husky Howlers with their arm in the upright position. Going after that augmented reality again. Going to drop that bar down, hit the arm, and pull it back. Yes, they've done it. Now looks like the robot's headed over, yes, to the immersive experience. They have that one too. Going back over to the left side technicians. Very reliable robot for Hunsberger. Smithridge hit the craft table. Tried to get over there to the speakers. Not quite successful on that one. In the meantime, Husky Howlers have the camera and the boat positioned on the movie scene. Sounds like Smithridge is going to send the robot back to... Nope, looks like they're lining for another mission. Husky Howlers. 30 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds. Turning just missed the hologram. A whole load going over to the museum. Those long arms have kept all the cargo in the Megos. They're all in the museum. Innovative project, a bunch of audience members. Innovative project. They're happy. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, into the match.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. And a good start to the match here. Metallic Eagles heading out into the field. They went for the craft mission. Were able to complete it successfully, and it looks like they have they have the pedestal with them. I don't know necessarily what they're trying to do with it, and they have one of the field experts on their robot as well. I wonder if they're going to try and deploy it in the museum, or if they're just going to try and bring it over to the other side. They were able to complete the immersive experience as well, and head over to the other launch area. Meanwhile, the play builders over here, they were able to... I missed what happened. How is that possible? I'm having gaps in my memory today. Looks like they're going to try and deliver a couple audience members to somewhere on the field. And there appears to be some confusion about how they can go about doing that. One of their team members, though, has a list that they are showing to the operator that is next to them and the operators on the other side of the table which mission they're going to try and do. This is really good because it makes sure that everybody is informed on what the plan is, which you would be shocked the number of times I have seen the absence of plans when people come up here, and it is quite hilarious, I have to say. But, again, not in the case of this match. Meanwhile, the Metallic Eagles, heading out from the other side of the launch field, they were able to deploy the pedestal with their masterpiece and a whole bunch of audience members along with the curator over by the museum. How much of them are actually in there, we will leave that up to the referees. Meanwhile, the playbuilders are going for what looks like the 3D cinema mission. They were able to bring some audience members in front of it towards where the popcorn icon is. And I don't think they were able to successfully convert the screen into a 3D screen, and they may try that in the future, although something's telling me they are heading to the other side of the field for the rest of the match. Meanwhile, Metallic Eagles appears to be going for the augmented reality experience, and by the looks of it, they were able to actually completely open it. Good on them, and swift navigation all the way back to the other end of the field where they are changing out attachments frantically with 30 seconds left on the clock. Playbuilders was able to successfully complete the craft mission. They deployed the unit from the machine, as well as the holographic performer mission. That show is ready to start because it's got its performer, but I wonder if they're going to go ahead and do the lights and the sound. And the Metallic Eagles were able to successfully change the scene on the scene mission, but it doesn't look like it's in a defined state, so we'll have to see how that goes with the referees. 3 seconds left. Anybody last-ditch efforts? Nope, doesn't look like it.
Let's start the match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Both teams out. Connect and Conquer with an audio level. Going to the immersive view. Coming back to the right side. Technicians got hooked up on the craft table. Connect and Conquer. The robot is idle in the home zone. Not sure what's happening over there. Oh, they're done. Okay, nice job. Connect and Conquer going over to the craft table. Then over to the hologram. Push the hologram in. Going over to augmented reality. Okay, they're trying to get that speaker. Arm's not quite high enough to get the arm. Gonna lose a precision token. Referee's retrieving the robot to the right side. 1:30 left. Technician putting on a new arm. It's like a double arm. Oh, they're moving their innovative project. They're moving the curator expert over to the museum, it looks like. That double arm wasn't long enough to hang in there, hold that innovative project and the curator. So now the robot is running around, and referees retrieved it over to the left side. Lost one precision token there. Looks like they're going after the 3D cinema. Get that dragon to protrude through the screen. Okay, going to realign that. Looks like it's going to accomplish a mission. 30 seconds left in the match. Oh, just need to move it over just a bit more. Got to get that arm down so the dragon can... Oh, off the top of the screen again. Plenty of time, though. 15 seconds left for another attempt. This one looks like it's going to make it. Bam! The dragon is out the screen. 3D cinema accomplished. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, end of the match.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. And both the robots heading out into the field. The Wombats were able to successfully deploy an audience member into the music zone and enable the holographic performer. Meanwhile, the Brickbots were able to head out towards the 2D to 3D screen mission, but it doesn't look like they were able to complete it successfully. This, again, was the robot. I think I had watched them in the practice match where their rear arm that they use for stability, so they told me, actually slammed down on the field and caused their robot to do a little bit of a wheelie, which it just did right here. That appears to be some of their strategy. They were going for the immersive experience, but were not able to do it, unfortunately. Meanwhile, the Wombats were navigating around a whole bunch of missions. They were able to successfully complete the craft mission, and the product was successfully ejected from the machine. Excuse me. Both robots are back in base, either deliberately or accidentally. One of the two. Brickbots has a attachment back here in base. They have this large stick that they attach to their robot. I don't exactly know what they use it for. I'll have to ask him and see. Meanwhile, the Wombats were moving what appeared to be the pedestal, which has either some audience members or some expertise people on top of it. They moved it over by the concert stage, and it looked like they went for the light show, which, again, I haven't seen a lot of people do, and it looks like their attachment just missed. But, again, they're going to have multiple attempts at this. About a minute left on the clock here. Meanwhile, the Brickbots appears to be heading out to see if they can complete that the immersive experience mission. Looks like they're on target. Stay on target. Stay on target. Stay on target. Their counterbalance weight is deployed. Front wheelie, let's see if they can do it, but they don't quite have enough leverage, unfortunately. Back to base, I hope they can make it so they don't lose a precision token for it. The radioactive Wombats are on the other side of the base. 30 seconds, courtesy of our referee, Nanami. Thank you for that. Now the pressure is on. The Wombats are switching out attachments here in the last 30 seconds. This is when it starts to get really stressful. Something drastic is changing here. The Brickbots with that interesting attachment. I cannot figure out what it does. If it's something to cause a little bit more friction, I'm not exactly sure. The Wombats heading out into the field. Looks like they're going for the boat mission. 10 seconds left approximately. Are they going to complete it? The camera appears to be in place. Are they going to keep it there? Is it possible? 1 second. And unfortunately, no.
So let's run the match. 3, 2, 1, let go. Dragon Bots with their, looks like they've got a big audience load, and the curator and their innovative project loaded into the museum. Mission accomplished. It's got the immersive view, and they've successfully accomplished that. It's going back to the right side home zone. Nope, they're going to the hologram, and they got the hologram man. Over on the Galaxy Innovator side, trying to get over to the concert, just short of the hologram. They touched the craft table. The referees will check. Looks like they have made it. Going to get another expert hooked up. Galaxy Innovators has the hologram successfully accomplished. 3 audience members running into the ship in the movie scene, backing into the camera. Looks like precision token lost by the Dragon Bots. First one is free. The rest of them will cost some points. Galaxy Innovators starts off a little bit right, and they crash into the craft table, going over to the left side at Technicians. Dragon Bots getting another arm on there. I want to make sure that's good and secure. Galaxy Innovators have the front and the rear reversed. Got to realign it now so that they can get out and onto the field. Dragon Bots making a turn, and they spin in that scene change. Yes, they've got it to pink. Yes, they've got it to yellow. Dragon Bots back to the home zone. Looks like Galaxy Innovators probably have that 3D cinema. Dragon looks like it's protruding through the screen. Dragon Bots with another expert and an audience member. 30 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds. And it looks like they got it over to the popcorn theater zone. Galaxy Innovators spinning the scene change. They left it at, looks like they left it at yellow, and it does match with the Dragon Bots. There will be bonus points for both teams. Galaxy Innovators trying to send it over to the right side. 8 seconds left in the match. One, stop the match. Great job, Galaxy Innovators, and great job, Dragon Bots.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. All right, motion from both sides. Looks like Savage Bricks was going to try and mix some new tunes, but they weren't able to get their robotic arm to lift the levers, or I guess those would rather be the mix bus levers, if I remember my technical terminology correct. And Rest in Pieces headed out into the field. I think they were trying to complete the craft mission, but they missed it perhaps. And they got caught on another mission. Back to base they go. Savage Bricks is going for the mixing mission again. They really want to release this album. Let's see if they can do it. Not quite on the second try. Let's see if they can get it on the third. But they're heading over to the scene change mission where they were able to successfully change the scene from the default blue into the pink configuration. Rest in Pieces still trying to complete the crafts mission. It looks like they continue to get stuck on the same mission, so they may just abandon that effort for the time being and head over to the other side where they're working with their other operating team, who was also trying to release an album. I wonder if these two teams are in competition to see who can top the Spotify #1 chart for Best Robot Album. But perhaps another day, as both teams are still trying to pull together all the assets for their albums. Back in base, both teams are. All the operators are deliberating, trying to figure out what their best next strategy is. Savage Bricks still trying to see if they can get that sound mixer. That was their third try on it, I think. And they also went for the scene change mission again. I wonder if they're trying to change it off of the pink one and to another state, or if that is just part of the program that they work with. Looks like Rest in Pieces keeps going for the craft mission, and it looks like they also go for the holographic performer mission, which they did get. I can't believe I missed that. It was a tough vantage point from where I was, but they have some points from that run back on, or they are deliberating with the referees to see if they're going to move their robot back into base. Meanwhile, Savage Bricks on the other side, completing the craft mission, trying to see if they can complete the holographic performer. It looks like they had them activated, but then deactivated it. Less than 30 seconds left on the clock here. Looks like Rest in Pieces is pretty happy with their score. Savage Bricks is trying to see what they can pull together here in the last minute. They might try and go for the mission which does the craft mission and the holographic mission at the same time, I presume. And it looks like they got it. Back to base they go, right as the timer expires.
Let's do this match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Coding Eagles out. Snow Cones have flipped the scene to the pink scene. They're going to back out. That's one move. And we have a substitution on the left side technicians. That's a quick substitution. Coding Eagles headed to the 3D cinema. Just need to press that bar, and the dragon is outside the screen for a three-dimensional view. Oh, did you see that robot flip 180? Okay. Got that mission. Technician tagging out again for the inclined snow cones. Coding Eagles assuring the technician that it should be mission number 3. Getting aligned. Snow cones up there out. Trying to get, well, looks like they got the 3D cinema already. Gonna grab that bar by the Coding Eagles, and yes, they leave that up for the immersive mission. Snow cones sending the robot over to the right side. Looks like the snow cones are tagging out all their technicians, so everyone gets a chance at the field. Their left side's completely empty, though. Coding Eagles going over to the hologram. Inclined snow cones delivered a bunch of audience members, some of which made it to the concert. Taylor Swift is appearing, is what I heard. Only one of them's in. There's going to be a mass jam up trying to get back into the concert. Coding Eagles look like they're satisfied with their score. They're leaving the robot onto the field. So the inclined snow cones have the boat into the movie scene. Looks like they're going to send a mission over to the left side technicians. Not sure who's supposed to be over there, but now they've got 2 technicians there. Just missed the boat. 30 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds left. Looks like they're lining up for the 3D cinema. Dragon is outside the screen. 15 seconds left in the match. Inclined snow cones sending the robot over to the right side. Not going to leave a lot of time for the technicians. Well, 5 seconds left. 2, 1. End of the match. Great job, Tahoe Snow Cones, and great job, Coding Eagles, Eagle Valley.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego! Mindstorm Masters heading out into the field along with DaVinci Coders. Aha! I predicted it! DaVinci Coders was going to use their attachment as a hammer to try and see if they could complete a mission, and that ended up being the scene change. They were able to change it from the blue state over to the orange state. That is 2 whole transitions right there. Very well done by them on the first run, too. Mindstorm Masters headed out into the field, and it looks like they went by the mixer mission to see if they could complete that, but it didn't look like they were able to complete it successfully, unfortunately. And they were trying to see if they could go for the boat mission, it looked like, but I didn't see if they were able to complete it. DaVinci Coders having one heck of a match over here. They also completed the 2D to 3D conversion on the cinema screen, switching out attachments rapidly here. This is going to be an interesting match for them. Mindstorm Masters heading over to the other side of the field. They're switching out their operator team. They grab the robot frantically, changing out attachments, using special jigs to make sure that their robot is placed on the field in the proper place. DaVinci Coders, their hands are flying all over the place as they are trying to set up their new attachments here. Wow, I think this is the most energetic match I've seen up here yet. Off it goes into the field. DaVinci Coders going for the boat mission. They were able to successfully get the camera, pull the boat to its newest spot, and move the camera onto, at least partially onto, its dedicated spot on the film reel. Mindstorm Masters went out into the field, and it looks like they were able to successfully complete the holographic performer mission. And I didn't see if there's anything else accompanying that, although I presume it had to do with the craft mission because that has been completed, or at least the product has been ejected from the machine. DaVinci Coders going to try and see if they could complete the immersive experience, but it looks like their arm failed to deploy and they weren't able to get it on this run. And they headed over to the other side of the table where they were switching out their operator team for probably a new set of missions. We're getting close to 30 seconds left on the clock here. Mindstorm Masters bringing a whole collection of audience members, the curator, their masterpiece over to the museum, where it looks like everything was at least partially over there. We'll have to see how that scores up for them. DaVinci Coders back on the other side of the field, 15 seconds remaining. Looks like they're going to go for something pertaining to the holographic performer, which they were able to complete successfully, and they might go for the lighting mission. I haven't seen anybody do it yet, so I wonder if they can do it. 3 seconds left, and that is the end of the match.
Let's run this last match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Coders out to the craft table, over to the hologram, back to the home zone. Very crisp coding by the DaVinci Coders OG. All right, alignment, hooked an expert on the way, going over to the left side technicians, and completely in the home zone. Looks like their innovative project, the museum curator hooked on there. Who else? That's it? Want to make sure we're completely in the home zone before they take off. Some critical alignment here. Off they go. On the way to the museum. Curators in the museum, innovative project, also partially in the museum. Coders loading up another expert with a bunch of audience members. Looks like they're headed to the theater, and they're in. That was easy. Making it look easy anyway. Okay, a right side arm on. Going to send it over to the right side, looks like. Hooking the camera. Boat is in position. Camera is in the camera zone. Nice job. Okay, we got alignment for... Oh, yeah, get that arm off of there. Looks like they're going over to possibly the scene change at the theater. Got a big rubber arm on top. Hit the scene change. It's going to go... It's stuck over there on the scene change. It did get to pink, though. Looks like they might try that one more time. 30 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds. Again to the scene change. Down comes the hammer. Just missed. Proceeding over to... Oh, the arm is in the way. Wasn't able to get the arms up. 10 seconds left in the match. Yep, they're going to give up on that precision token. All right, 1 second left. Great job, the Da Vinci Coders.
All right, start of qualifier number 2. Are you ready to go? 3, 2, 1, Lego! And we have motion from the Wolfpack bots. Looks like the snow cones are kind of confused. Their robot took a minute to keep going. They went over to the scene change mission at the theater, and they were able to change it from the blue to the pink and then further to the orange. A rapid switch out of teammates over here. No, man, we got a lot of energy coming back from lunch. Meanwhile, the Wolfpack bots headed out into the field, and they brought the visual effects supervisor to their dedicated spot. The snow cones went for the immersive experience and were able to get it completed successfully. Back to base they go. Wolfpack bots completing the boat transportation mission. That shot is done and ready for post-production. They brought one of the experts out to the field too. I can't quite tell if they got them into the dedicated spot. Meanwhile, the snow cones are going for the 2D to 3D conversion, which they were successfully able to do. Switch out of teammates. This is actually kind of interesting here because it looks like the snow cones have a different strategy. Normally, I've seen other teams where they have, multiple operators that are trained, they have a few operators that are trained for multiple missions. But in this case, they have one operator or two operators that are trained for one mission, and they just switch them out really quick. And that's kind of nice, actually, because it allows for a much higher consistency of their runs. Meanwhile, the Wolfpack bots was able to successfully complete the craft mission. The product was fully deployed from the machine, and they moved 2 audience members in front of the still 2D movie screen. We'll see if they're going to convert it to 3D. Boom! And they did that, blowing away one of their audience members. They could not believe how good the 3D was in that experience. I'm sure they will come back to see another 3D movie. Meanwhile, snow cones on the opposite side of the field brought an entire vat of audience members out onto the field, but it looks like they may have missed their intended target. I think they were going to the music note by the stage, but no matter, because they were able to get the holographic performer aligned, ready for the show. Still no lights and no sound system, though. I wonder if they can do it. Nearing 30 seconds left on the clock as the Wolfpack bots is able to move what I presume is a couple of audience members to the light show. Snow cones completing the boat mission. That shot is also ready for post-production. Wolfpack bots back in base. They moved one of the other expertise members to the area just by the soundboard. 10 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what they're going to do here. This is quite a frantic little moment here. Wolfpack bots heading out into the field. Snow cones doing the same. Can they complete the virtual experience? Wolfpack bots did it, and that is the end of the match.
Let's start the match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Over to the craft table for Empire. Drop the hook. Galaxy Innovators going for the 3D model. Looks like the dragon is protruding from the screen. Going to take off one of the mechanisms. Looks like they're aiming for the scenery change in the theater. Empire going for the rolling camera. Just missed the bar. And Galaxy Innovators got to the pink. They got to the yellow. Yes. 2 switches of the scene for Galaxy Innovators. Got to make sure front goes front. Empire passing the robot over to the left side technicians. Galaxy Innovators with a 90-degree left turn. And up goes the immersive view. All right, Empire switched their scene to pink, and the Galaxy Innovators have yellow. If they can flip it one more time, they'll match, and both teams will get bonus points for a cooperative mission. Yes, they've changed it to yellow. Yellow matches yellow. Great job, both teams. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Empire putting on a grabbing arm. Looks like their rattlesnake biting arm. Nope, I'm going to take that off. Galaxy Innovators lining up. Looks like they're going to try for the camera. Dropped it on the camera. They do have it hooked. The boat is into the movie scene. Camera is not in the camera zone, but it looks like they might try to get that again. And Empire also has the boat in the movie scene. They tried to get that lighting tower up. 30 seconds left in the match. All right, Galaxy Innovators have the hologram man. Got the safety gloves on. Technician ready to launch. Empire gets the camera into the camera zone. Nice job, Empire. Into the match.
3, 2, 1, Lego. All right, there we go. Motion from both sides. We have the Da Vinci Coders was going for the scene change over by the theater, and their robotic arm was on target, but unfortunately they got caught underneath it on the return, and they were not able to successfully change the scenes. Meanwhile, the radioactive wombats went out into the field, and it looks like they successfully completed the holographic performer, and back to base they went, along with completing the craft mission. In addition to that, they have preloaded what looks to be the curator, Anna the Curator, along with maybe some audience members and their masterpiece, which they are bringing over to the museum. But it looks like it fell out of their grasp before they could get it out there. I wonder if they can bring it back to base inadvertently and recover it. Meanwhile, the Da Vinci Coders were able to successfully complete... I didn't fully see what it was. I heard a cheer over here, though. And they went for the boat mission, and their robotic arm was, again, it deployed, but it didn't quite hit the target that they were intending. And I wonder if they're going to go for it again. And I'm just seeing what I heard the cheering about. They were able to deploy the 3D movie set, and it looks like they may try and go for another scene change attempt. Meanwhile, the Wombats went for the augmented reality experience, and they were able to completely unravel the mechanism. They did have to bring their robot in by hand, but they were still able to complete the mission. While the Da Vinci Coders also went for the light show, and I think I've seen the Da Vinci Coders do this before today. They tried to do it, but they either don't have enough power on their robotic arm, or they may just be getting caught on the mission, is probably more likely. And they were not able to complete it, but no matter to them, because they went to go do the craft mission, and not only did they deploy their product from the machine, they were able to open up the top of the machine, which is something I haven't seen anybody do today. About 30 seconds left on the clock here. And as I typically tend to watch, a lot of frantic scrambling here in the last half minute. The Wombats are on the other side of base. Looks like they may be trying to deliver some audience members to a show somewhere, while the Da Vinci Coders was able to put on a show with the holographic performer and complete the lighting system. Props to that. Back to base they go, doing a little celebratory dance. Wombats tried one more thing for the boat, but I don't know if they were able to do it right as the buzzer goes.
Why don't we run this match then? 3, 2, 1, let go! Leopardbots off to the craft table, easily smash that in. Yes Squad going for the audio controls. Didn't get that, but it's trying to get back to the home base. Leopardbots have the boat into the movie scene. Now they whipped it over. They're going to go over to the hologram. Easily push that in. And accelerate back to the home zone. Yes Squad aligning their robot. Looks like they might be going for the audio. Yes, they've got the audio knocked over an expert. Audio is up. Got one up. Leopardbots dragging a bunch of audience members falling off the side of the bot. And into the museum. Got their innovative project, and they have the curator in the museum. The robot is nicely traversing the field over to the left side technician zone. Yes Squad putting some feelers on the front of their robot. Oh, it's a tow hitch. It's a tow rope. Some kind of rope. And Leopardbot successfully got an expert over to the theater change. Leopardbot's a curved path to the immersive view, and it's up. Successful. Okay, Yes Squad loading an audience member. Ready to push. Gonna run mission 0. Leopardbot's going over to the 3D cinema. Dragon protrudes from the screen. Yes Squad got the audience member halfway there. Robot pausing, waiting to come back to the home zone. Leopardbot's preparing for another mission. Oh, little backwards roll and then frontwards. Another scene change to yellow. 30 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds. Okay, looks like Leopardbots have fulfilled all their missions. Yes Squad still has some to go. Discussing which mission to run. Technician has an audience member ready to push. Might be trying to go into the theater zone. Yes, into the theater zone, audience member. 3, 2, 1. End of the match. Congratulations, Leopardbots. And congratulations to the Yes Squad.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. All right. Metallic Eagles heading out into the field, completing the craft mission and heading over to the virtual concert set. Meanwhile, the Playbuilders were heading over to the theater where they were going to try and change the scene, although it looks like their robotic arm either didn't deploy as they had expected or they may not have set it up correctly during the initial launch. Meanwhile, the Metallic Eagles went out towards the immersive experience and they were able to complete it. Their robot almost tipped over. It was a little unnerving there. I thought they were going to get stuck out in the middle of the field, but nah, the team members are looking at me like they expected that. They planned the tip over. Oh, I love that kind of engineering. And to the other side of base, they are switching out attachments. Meanwhile, the plate builders are back on the same side of base where they started. That is the red side, closest to me. Or to the bottom of your screen, I guess if you are watching on the live stream. And they have preloaded 2 audience members. It looks like they're trying to bring to the front of the 2D to 3D cinema conversion, but it doesn't look like they've completed the 2D to 3D cinema conversion just yet. The Metallic Eagles bringing a whole bunch of audience members, their masterpiece on top of the pedestal, and the curator over to the museum. And it looks like they got most of their stuff over where they intended it to, heading over to the other side of base. Playbuilders trying to see if they can get that 2D to 3D conversion, and their robotic arm was on target, although they were just a little bit short. Let's see if they can get it. And second time they got it back to base. Really happy with that one. Metallic Eagles back in base, switching out attachments on their robot. No stress for these teams here. We still got a minute left on the clock, and I'm not seeing anybody sweating yet. This is pretty good. Playbuilders heading out onto the field for another mission. Let's see. Looks like Metallic Eagles may have had a bad launch. I don't necessarily know what they were attempting there. Playbuilders on the other side of the field, trying to see if they might go. I presume they're going to go for the craft mission. Let's see what they do. 30 seconds left on the clock. And I was correct. Look at that. The Playbuilders were able to successfully complete the craft mission, heading over to the virtual concert stage. I wonder if they're going to try and deploy it. Their robot did a complete 180 through like a 3-point turn, and they were aligned properly to it, but it looks like they didn't want to do that. The Metallic Eagles were able to complete the augmented reality mission, heading back into base, and they have one more thing it sounds like they're going to try with 5 seconds left. Can they do it? Let's see if they do it. And unfortunately, no. It looked like they were going to try and go for the 2D to 3D conversion, and they did get it after the clock, but just not quite quick enough.
Let's do this match in 3, 2, 1, Lego. Ba-bam. So Dragonbots taking a tour of the field, have their innovative mission, an audience member, and it looks like the curator all made it to the museum. Lionetics trying to get the 3D cinema guy, dragon out. They whack the dragon in the head, but he's not protruding from the screen right now. Ooh. Dragonbots with a hologram man. Just past the marker, it looks like, but the referees will make sure that's a score. Lionetics out the bot into the immersive view easily. They're pushing the platform down, bypassing the bar. But the robot says, hey, how do I get back to the home zone? Dragonbots folding the arms in, aiming to the craft table. Looks like they've easily got that pushed in. And the dragon's out for Lionetics. The 3D cinema mission accomplished. Dragonbots got their double arms out. So they're going to try to hook an expert on the way to the left side technicians. Nope, got the expert coming back to the right side. Lionetics robot over to the right side zone. Taking that long arm off. Getting a line. Looks like they might be trying to get that craft table. Over on the other side, Dragon Bots push the boat into the camera or to the movie scene. Lionetics have the craft table pushed in. Looks like they're lining up to perhaps get the hologram man. Yep, make a turn. Got him. He's in. Hologram accomplished. Okay, Dragon Bots passing it over to, that's 30 seconds left. Dragon Bots over on the left side, technicians. Looks like they're loading up a bunch of audience members into their scooper. Going over to the lighting table, at least one of them's in. Lionetics have the boat in the movie scene. At 10 seconds left in the match. 10 seconds. Lionetics look happy with what they've done. Dragon Bots, one more mission, and they deliver an expert to the theater. That's the end of the match. Congratulations, Dragon Bots, and congratulations, Lionetics.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego! All right, motion from both sides here. And the Cyber Falcons was heading out towards the craft mission. They were able to complete the holographic performer. Same goes for the Royal Robots. And it looks like, wow, we have a pretty symmetrical behavior here on the field. So I was going to comment on that and say the Royal Robots are starting in the blue zone and the Cyber Falcons as well. Now, that may look a little bit confusing to some of our audience members or people if you're watching on the live stream. You're like, Lars, they're not starting on the same sides. No, the boards are mirrored. That is the trick right there. But enough about that. Both robots are either back in base or setting up for another mission. The Royal Robots was going for something that I think I've seen them do earlier today, but I may have seen another team do it. They are trying to nudge the dolly cam using just a little pointer arm that they push the camera, and it worked out for them because they were able to get it, and it moved down the dolly, completing the shot with the boat landing on the dock or sailing along the ocean, one of the two. Cyber Falcons appears to be having a little bit of a struggle over here. There's some confusion between the operator teams. And the one of the team members just looked at me like, no, we're not having struggles. Don't look over here, Lars. There's nothing wrong here. That's a good engineer right there. And meanwhile, the Royal Robots out in field, it looked like they were trying to go for either the light entertainment mission, but they did happen to bring one of the specialists out there over by the boat, and the boat was knocked off of its starting position, so I presume they will probably get some credit for that. And they went for the 2D to 3D conversion back into base. They're having some trouble getting back into base consistently without help, though, which they don't seem too happy about. But again, they have 3 shots at this, so they should still be fine. Cyber Falcons is still confused, it seems like. Oh, but wait a minute. They had some deliberation amongst their technical team, and they're finally running out back on the field. They went for the holographic performer mission. They're heading out towards the augmented reality mission. Let's see if they can get it. And that arm just missed the lever. Let's see if they get it accidentally. 30 seconds left on the clock. Royal Robots going for the scene change. That's 1 scene change, 2 scene changes. They're back at blue. Perfect. Back to base they go. Cyber Falcons trying to decide what they're going to do here. Running that same program. I think they're going to try and go for the augmented reality mission here. One last effort before the buzzer goes. Royal Robots, 5 seconds left to see what they can do. Bringing their masterpiece over to the lighting rig. Will they make it? And it does not seem that they reached their destination, unfortunately.
Let's run the match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Okay, Da Vinci over there has the hologram and the craft table. Empire sent the robot out. Robot came back. Da Vinci OG lining up, using some teamwork, having the left side technicians look at the aim. Oh, just missed the expert, but the robot is going to make it to the left side techs. Empire going to do the same on this side, sending their robot over to the right side. Da Vinci using every inch of their home zone. Empire's robot all of a sudden accelerates into the wall, knocking over the audio mission. Referees will correct that at the end of the match. Da Vinci out with an old school robot, delivered the curator and their innovative project to the museum. Empire lining up. Looks like they're going for the camera with their, whoops. Started off backwards. Get that arm onto the front of the robot. Da Vinci with a spike to the camera, whips the camera into the zone and pulls the boat into the movie scene. Okay, Empire's got the front and the right way. Going to use their rattlesnake grabber. Going for the camera. A little bit too far, but, oh, just missed it on the way back. We had 45 seconds left in the match. Da Vinci Coders with just the left arm on. Empire just missed that hook for the camera again. Okay, Da Vinci's changed the scene. They're onto the yellow. And 30 seconds left. Going to retrieve the robot. Lost one precision token. The first one doesn't cost any points. Empire tried for that camera again. And Da Vinci Coders has the 3D cinema. Looks like they're ready to rock. 10 seconds left in the match. Empire trying one more time for that camera. Still a little bit too far. One into the match.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. And we have motion from the Brickbots and Rest in Pieces, completing the craft mission and deploying the holographic performer, heading over to the lighting mission. It looks like they got caught on it, and they were maybe trying to head over to the other side of the field as they brought their robot over there manually. Meanwhile, the Brickbots are doing a very slow navigation around to see if they can get to the immersive reality experience. Let's see if they can do it. They deploy their counterbalance arm, and they were able to get the immersive experience deployed. I can't remember if they were able to get it in the past because they were having some issues with their counterbalance, and one of the team members just confirmed it, that they were having issues with it. So they did improve from match to match. Meanwhile, Rest in Pieces was going for the sound mixer mission, and it looked like their robotic arm didn't quite get the levers on the actual potentiometers, so they were not able to complete that mission. And they wound up on the other side of the field, running sort of the same program to see if they can get over to the other side of the field. Maybe there's something more with that program. And it sounds like they are deciding to leave their robot on the middle of the field as they don't want to lose any more precision tokens for bringing their robot to the other side of the base. Meanwhile, Brickbots, it looks like they were trying to go for the sound mixer mission, but I didn't see if they were able to lift anything on it. So I'm on the back side of the soundboard, essentially, from my point of view. Heading over to the immersive experience. Oh no, I've seen this happen before, where sometimes teams accidentally de-score their mission. Looks like they got a little lucky with this one. Let's see if their robot can get back into base. They're caught on the light show mission. And it looks like, unfortunately, I may have called it too soon. When they picked up their robot, the Brickbots, to bring it back into home base, they appear to have de-scored the immersive reality experience, which is a real shame. And I'm trying to see what they're going to do here with the last 30 seconds in the match. Rest in Pieces is resting pretty chill over here, I would say. Happy with their score. Rest and chill. I got confirmation from the teammates. They are happy with their score. 15 seconds left with Brickbots. They are trying to decide what they are going to do here. I don't know if they're going to try and run another program here. Doesn't seem like it. 2 seconds left. And that is the buzzer.
Let's start the match in 3, 2, 1. Lego! Okay, Empire up. Still trying to hook that camera. High Voltage trying to get the hologram in, but they were not successful this time. Flop the arms down. Empire a little bit off to the left. They're going to realign that to get it lined up. Yep, they're going right. Looks like they're getting a better alignment for that camera loop. High Voltage just missed the craft table, but they're trying to get to the museum with all that paraphernalia. And it's going to be released in the middle of the field. Okay, Empire again looking for that camera loop Oh, just to the left of it, about 5 millimeters. Getting very close now. So high voltage trying to take up their innovative project, but not allowed to retrieve it from the middle of the field. So high voltage going for the rolling camera. Empire onto the audio stage. And that robot was quick, got back to the home zone very fast. High voltage successful in releasing the camera down the rolling rail. Got a minute and 10 seconds left. So high voltage with 2 audience members headed over to the left side, technicians, and then back out to the theater, successfully depositing them in the popcorn bowl. Empire re-aiming, just missed that camera loop again, trying to figure that out. Over on the high voltage side, detached some of their mechanisms, still have that forward arm on. They've got, oh, they just missed it by Empire, just missed that loop this time. High voltage realigning, selecting, that's 30 seconds left. High voltage selecting mission 5. Empire did hook it. Looks like they got the ship into the theater zone. High voltage robot climbing up onto the immersive view. They're just going to leave it there with 10 seconds left in the match. Don't want to sacrifice another one of those precision tokens. Empire flipping the robot. 1.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. There we, oh, they weren't, okay. All right, so it looks like we may have had a malfunction over from 501st. I thought I saw a thumbs up from him, so that's why we did give the go for the match. But meanwhile, Savage Bricks had started the mission over here, and they were able to complete the craft mission along with, oh no, I thought they had completed the holographic performer, but they didn't, and I was totally wrong. They did not complete the craft mission, but they just got both of those missions done, the craft mission and the holographic performer. Back to base they go. It looks like they also moved the boat off of its starting mark, and they also brought, it looks like Izzy the skateboarder out into the field, but it doesn't look like they were able to get them onto the skateboarding mark. It looks like 501st, not exactly sure what is going on over here. They might try and reboot their robot to get going for the match. And Savage Bricks was actually able to, in my absence, as I was communicating with the referees, they were able to complete the immersive experience. Back to base they go. And they're switching out attachments, getting ready for another mission. Let's see what they do with it next. This kind of looks like a bit of a forklift mechanism. I wonder if they are going to try and do the light show mission. They went for the augmented reality mission, but it looks like they got caught on it, and they may be tearing their robot apart, unfortunately. Let's see if they can get it out of there before there's any major damage. 30 seconds left on the clock. Now it gets real. Oh, we got some motion from 501st, getting their robot over to the other side. Looks like they're going to try and put a motor on here really quick for one of their attachments. They might try and get a mission done, despite the fact that their robot had some boot-up error or something happened at the start of the match, and they weren't able to work for basically the first 2/3 of the round. But now, they tried to go for the 2D to 3D mission. 5 seconds left on the clock. Savage Bricks is content with their score, and that is the end of the match.
Let's start the match in 3, 2, 1, Lego. All right, Mindstorm with their brick robot hooking the camera. Carson going over to the hologram. Did not get that pushed in, but Mindstorm did get the camera into zone, and the boat is in the movie scene. I can see some sensors on the Mindstorm Masters pointed down towards the field. Carson launching the robot, headed over to the craft table. Can't really see if they got that pushed in, but they did hit it. Little bounce got them above the hologram bar. Mindstorm Masters with their old school NXT with a big gigantic arm. Got to figure out which mission to run. And Carson hitting the craft table, whipping it over to the hologram. Hologram successfully scored. Mindstorm ready to launch. Looks like they're going to pass the robot over to the right side technicians. Oh, one technician forgot how to line that up. Passing it over to the other technician. Oh, running on top of the camera. Sent them the wrong direction. Referee will pass it to the right side. Carson in the right side zone. Looks like they're ready to finish the match with 1 minute left. Mindstorm putting on the anvil. Well, no, it's not an anvil. It's a push bar on the right side of the robot. Got those high traction tires on the robot. Pushing the craft table. Looks like they're going over to the hologram. Yep. The anvil arm successful on the hologram. Taking the anvil off. 30 seconds left in the match. The gigantic U-arm on the right side of the robot for the Mindstorm Masters. They're loading up their innovative mission. All the remaining audience members and the curator of the museum. Looks like Mission Museum. A forward 45-degree turn. Another 45-degree turn. Right into the museum. Everybody there. 5 seconds left. Mindstorm finishes the match. Congratulations, Mindstorm Masters. And congratulations, Soul and Pride from Carson Middle School.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. Da-da-da-da-ba-ba. All right. Both robots heading out into the field. Creator bots successfully completing both parts of the craft mission. I don't think that's the second time I have seen that today. They deployed the product from the machine and opened up the lid for it. That is pretty cool. Meanwhile, the Coding Eagles were heading over to the theater where they did manage, or at least I thought they managed, but now that I look at it, they were not able to change the scene of the scene-changing mission, and they gave it another shot, but it looks like they may not have fully been able to do it. Creator bots went for an attempt, it looked like, at the holographic performer, but their robot got caught on the mechanism, and they were not able to complete the mission. Coding Eagles was successfully able to complete the 2D to 3D mission. That dragon pops out of the stage, or out of the screen, rather. I wonder if they can get some audience members in front of it. Creator bots bringing a whole vat of entertainment things over to the museum. It looks like they have the pedestal with their masterpiece and the curator and probably some audience members over there. And they've brought it over into the museum. Quite an interesting mechanism they have. They had this almost like this square box with no floor on the bottom of it, and they used this to guide all of the components over there. But once they got there, they lifted up the robotic arm, and then everything just sort of fell out of the boundary and to where hopefully they intended it to go. Meanwhile, the Coding Eagles back in base. It looks like, I didn't quite see what happened over here as I was focused on the creator bots. They were able to, let's see where they go next. They are heading over to the immersive reality experience. Past the immersive reality experience, it looks like this may be their attempt. The robotic arm looks to be on target. Let's see if it's going to make it. And they got it. Quite an achievement by them. The immersive reality experience completed. They were heading over to the holographic performer, but their robot just seemed like it stopped. I didn't see what it got caught on. The wheels were still spinning. Kind of bizarre. 30 seconds left on the clock. Meanwhile, the creator bot's going for the scene-changing mission. Their arm appears to have just missed the target a little bit. Coding Eagles going for the creator mission. They were able to successfully deploy the product from the creation machine. And their robot appears to be stuck in a similar spot. This is interesting. I wonder if that's a mechanical issue or if somehow they're having some issues over there. Maybe their program crashed. And I totally missed it. That's the buzzer right there. And the end of the match. Congratulations to both teams.
We can run the match in 3, 2, 1, Lego. Visual Coders out with a 45-degree and the immersive view. Mission accomplished. Connect and Conquer going for the 3D cinema. Can't see if that dragon's all the way out, but looks like it is. No, it is not. They're going to hit it again, though. Connect and Conquer. Looks like they're going for the audio levels. Lifting up. None stayed. They got him way up in the air. Scene change to the pink. Oh, another mission going over to augmented emissive view. Still running. Oh, hooked on the craft table. That was a good run by that robot. Connect and Conquer. Visual Coder sending the robot over to the right side, technicians. Let's see. That's the Frosty the Snowman side. Asking for confirmation. Okay, robot launched. Craft table scores. Backing up, hitting the hologram. Hologram mission accomplished. Robot back in the home zone. Connect and Conquer onto the craft table and the hologram. Boom. And augmented reality just missed that bar. Going for the, looks like the stereo sound. Referees returning it to the home zone. 1 precision token cost. Looks like Visual Coder's robot hooked up partially outside the home zone. 45 seconds left in the match. Okay, here comes the innovative project and an audience member. So they're trying to connect their audience member to the innovative project. 30 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds. Taking some time to get that innovative project on and audience member. Looks like their destination is the museum. Audience member has fallen off, but the innovative project's still in. Got to make the turn. Not enough to get into the museum. 5 seconds left in the match. 3, 2, 1. That's it in the match.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, let go! All right. Now we have a motion from both robots here. We have the Husky Howlers. We're able to successfully move the camera dolly along the dolly and get it deployed to where they were intending to, so that's halfway along the track. They were also to complete the craft mission. Meanwhile, the dynamic designers back over here bringing a whole lot of energy. Holy moly! They completed the 2D to 3D mission. That is a nice movie that's premiering now. I'm hearing some clicking coming from their retro EV3 robot. Something may be stuck, but they're powering through it. Over to the other side of the field. Different operating team. Husky Howlers going for the augmented reality mission. They were able to get it. Dynamic designers back on the other side of the field. Husky Howlers completing the immersive reality experience. Oh man, this is going to be interesting. Back to base they go, switching out attachments. There's a lot of smiles on this field right now. Dynamic designers completing the first part of the craft mission, heading out towards the holographic performer. They look to be on target. Complete. That performer is ready to go on stage. Now it's just lights, camera, and action if they can get it. Let's see what they can do. Husky Howlers back in base. They have preloaded a whole bunch of audience members, and they may be bringing it out into the field. Dynamic designers able to move the boat, completing the special effects that were done for that movie production of theirs. Now they just have to roll the camera. Husky Howlers preloading what appears to be Anna the Curator, maybe, and some audience members. Dynamic designers bringing all the audience members over to the light show. This is a pretty good match for them right here. Husky Howlers heading out into the middle of the field, bringing a whole bunch of stuff over to the museum. They are holding their breath. Will they be on target? Looks like they made it. All right, that's a whole bunch of audience members there. Their masterpiece and the curator over there. Same story for the dynamic designers. Let's see if they can get it over there. They appear to be on target, heading over there. 30 seconds left. Oh man, they got it. Oh boy, there's a lot of energy over here. But then it just stopped. All right, if we're content, we are content. And I totally missed it there too. The Husky Howlers were able to bring the boat forward and move the camera into its proper spot. 5 seconds left on the clock. There's no more motion. I say this production is done. And that is the end of the match.
We're ready to run the last match of round 2 in 3, 2, 1, let go! Barcoder's headed over to the scene change. Looks like they've got it to the pink. Dragon Bots have a couple, 3 audience members, the curator, and their innovative project in the museum. Both teams with the immersive experience up. Barcoders have their robot ready to go. Looks like they're going for the 3D TV. Bars down. Dragon protrudes from the screen. That's a score. Mission accomplished. Dragon Bots with the craft table score. Barcoders aiming for the camera. Still spinning forward. Robot needs to back up. Okay, they got the boat into the scene and they have the camera in the camera zone. Dragon Bot's trying to get the boat into the movie theater scene. Looks like it's just short. Now it's in. Uh-oh, backed into the rail camera. Barcoders with a tiny robot sending it over to the right side Tex. Dragon Bots over to the light tower. Oh, it looks like they hooked the boat and got it out of the movie zone. Left side Tex assembling arms. Putting that arm on quickly. Barcoders with the craft table. Looks like they're going to try to get over to the hologram. Stair-stepping their way. A hologram. Mission accomplished. Dragon Bots over to the scene change. Changes to pink. And that matches the Barcoders, so bonus points for both teams matching the scene change. Barcoders robot into the home zone. It looks like the audience member is partially in that theater zone. Referees will check to make sure that does score. Barcoders with their innovative mission and a couple audience members and the curator headed to the museum. 10 seconds left in the match. Oh, Barcoders robot crashes into the craft table. 3, 2, 1. Into the match. Congratulations, Barcoders, and congratulations, Dragon Bots.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. All right, there we go. Symmetric motion from both sides. We have both of the craft missions have been completed by both teams. Back to base, both of them went. And it looks like Empire was going to try and see if they could unfold the lid of the craft mission, but unfortunately their robotic arm just missed. Meanwhile, the Leopard Bots were able to move the boat down its dedicated track and move it towards its terminating point. However, they did not do this by moving the camera, so they may still try and move the camera for additional points, but we'll have to see what they do. And they also successfully were able to complete the holographic performer mission while heading back into base. Meanwhile, Empire crossed the entire length of the field. I wondered if they had hit the boat, but it doesn't look like they did that. They just sort of transferred their robot all the way over to the other side while delivering the skateboarder professional over to, well, at least tried to deliver it over to their spot. It looks like they may have dropped her a little before they were able to get her over there. But in the meantime, they were also able to complete the theater scene change mission. It is now pink instead of its default color. Back to base they are. Leopard Bots coming back all the way over to the other side of the field. Looks like they were able to, they did a delivery of a whole bunch of audience members, their masterpiece, and the pedestal over to the museum. And it looks like the Empire was going to try and mix a new album. I've seen a couple teams attempt this today, but again, still don't think I've seen anybody complete it. Meanwhile, the Leopard Bots, it seemed like they went for something similar, although I didn't see if they got anything out of it. Heading over to the virtual reality experience, which they were able to complete all 3 LED screens up and surrounding the observer and safely back in the launch zone. Meanwhile, Empire's back in base, lining up their robots, searching through programs. I see a lucky number 13 for their program. Let's see if it's going to work. Looks like they may have just missed it. They were going to try and see if they could pull the camera over to the end tape and move the boat along with it. I heard the 30-second buzzer in the background here, which means we're coming down to the end of it. Empire keeps going for the boat mission, trying to move the camera to its dedicated spot and complete the visual effects. Let's see if they can do it. Oh, it looks like they just barely latched onto it, but they didn't quite pull it in the way that they were intending. Leopardbots is pretty happy with their score, sitting back in base. 5 seconds left on the clock. Can Empire do it? Maybe not. And that is the end of the match right there.
We can run the match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Dragonbots launch with a big load on the robot. Easily contains them. They're going over to the museum. Curator, innovative mission, and an audience member there in the museum. Da Vinci Coders have a scene change. They're already over onto the blue. Da Vinci Coders putting on another arm there. Raising the arm, going to the 3D. Yes, the 3D cinema scores. The dragon protrudes from the screen in three-dimensional glory. Dragonbots look like they're getting ready to send the robot over. They're definitely going to hit one of the experts there. Picking her up and bringing her back to the home zone. Da Vinci Coders hook the camera. They have the boat into the movie scene, and they have the camera in the camera zone. Dragonbots pushing the boat into the movie scene and depositing 3 audience members. Got a little snag coming back to the home zone. Da Vinci Coders getting some good alignment. Looks like they're going over to the 3D cinema. So they're going to the lighting tower. 50 seconds left. Dragonbots loading 2 audience members. It's like they're pointed right at the lighting tower at the moment. Heading straight ahead. Just a little bit short. The referees will check that out. And the printing table lid is up for Da Vinci Coders. Pinning another arm on, making sure it stays. Dragonbots making good alignment. We've got 15 seconds, 15 seconds. Da Vinci Coders with a hologram. Dragonbots successfully did the 3D cinema. Dragonbot said, stay there. 5 seconds left in the match. 2, 1, go.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. All right. Yes, squad heading out into the field, going for the theater scene change. So let's see if they can do it. It looks like the robot may have gotten caught on the edge of the mechanism, so they may not be able to successfully complete it. Meanwhile, the dragons were heading out over to the museum where they were able to bring a whole bunch of audience members, the curator, and their masterpiece, and then all the way back, or actually in doing that too, they were also able to complete the immersive reality experience in addition to the holographic performer back into base without any intervention. Now that is what I call an autonomous robot right there. That was, how many was that? That was 1, 2, 3 missions plus everything else they got into the museum. What an incredible run from them. And the Yes Squad, looks like they were attempting the same thing, going for a scene change. But again, their robot is caught. I wonder if they're having an alignment issue. Dragons are heading out, and they were able to move the boat off of its starting position, completing that special effect. Now all they have to do is roll the camera for it. Whole bunch of audience members came with that as well. Heading over to the other side of the board. They were able to successfully transport one of the experts over, changing their operators. They seem really excited about this. They may not have done this before. I heard one of their teammates say, get a picture because we've never had this happen before. And now they're back over on the other side of the table. They have their robotic arm prepped for another mission. Meanwhile, the Yes Squad still back in base. They have essentially like a mission itinerary that they are using to guide their operators to make sure that they can complete everything in the proper order in time. Dragonbots on the other side of the table having a whole lot of support from their operators outside of the field. Heading over to the scene change. That's one scene change. Blue to the pink. And then pink to the orange. back into base without any touches. I don't think I have seen them get stuck once. This is quite incredible. The Yes Squad staying back in base. They may still be trying to see if they can get the scene change mission. Less than 30 seconds left on the clock here. Yes Squad heading out into the field, trying to see if they can get the scene change. Looks like they are still stuck on the soundboard mixer. Dragonbot's heading out to deliver audience members in front of the 2D to 3D screen. They have 10 seconds. What are they going to do with it? They're trying to line it up. Can they get it? Going for sound mixer. 5 seconds left. Will they do it? The arm is down. Can they get it? Lift it up right as the buzzer goes.
We can run the match in 3, 2, 1, let go! All right, Royal Robots onto the craft table. Barcoders over to the scene change. They've got one scene change to the pink. Royal Robots switching over to mission number 1. Got to flip it to the right side. That big long arm. Barcoders over there ready to go for the 3D cinema mission. And the Royal Robots spear goes right through the camera on the rail. Barcoders with looks like a shovel arm on. Okay, Royal Robots trying to push that camera rail on. Not successful so far. Going for the excellent aim. Looks like they got an arm on the left side intended to hook that expert on the way over. Barcoders with a camera in the camera zone and the boat into the movie zone. Royal Robot. A little crash into the boat there. Fumble by the referee. Barcoders lining up for mission 2. We've got 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the match. A little quick robot. Barcoders just into the home zone. Putting on the black horizontal bar. Royal Robots trying to add another appendage. Going after that 3D cinema, looks like. Get that dragon to protrude from the screen. Bam, easily done. 3D TV, mission accomplished. Barcoders over into the hologram, push it in. Successful on the hologram man. Coming over to very precise turns. Going to augmented reality. And it's down. And Royal Robots scene change to pink. They match up with the Barcoders. Bonus points for both teams. Matching up the scene change. Great cooperation. Looks like Royal Robots getting their innovative project and the curator lined up to deliver to the museum. Same with the Barcoders, losing a few audience members. They have plenty. And they're in the museum with seconds to spare. Royal Robots. And that's the end of the match. A great job, Barcoders. A great job, Royal Robots.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. All right. Motion from both sides. That's always a good start. Tahoe Snow Cones heading out into the field. They were able to, it looks like they tried to change one of the scenes in the theater, but I don't know if they moved it off of the blue start mark. Have to see if they do anything more with that. Wolfpack Bots heading out and we're able to complete the holographic performer. Back to base they go. Snow Cones completing the immersive experience. Back to base. Wow, they're moving pretty swift with this one. Wolfpack Bots moving the boat off of its starting point, completing the visual effect. The camera is still locked down, though. I wonder if they're going to try and see if they can complete that shot. Snow Cones completing the 2D to 3D experience. And that dragon is popping out of the screen. A lot of really good motions from the robots here. Snow Cones heading out to the other side of the field. They may be trying to change over their operators while the Wolfpack Bots just completed the craft mission. The product has been ejected from the manufacturing machine. And they are using their jig again to send their robot over to the other side. Over to the other launch area they are. Same goes for the Snow Cones. It's almost like the robots are moving in tandem here. Quite an interesting thing. Wolfpack Bots going for the 2D to 3D conversion. Meanwhile, the Snow Cones were able to complete the holographic performer, ready to start the show. Still no lights or sound system on those stages, though. Snow Cones preparing a whole bunch of audience members. I wonder where they're going to try and bring them. Wolfpack bots going for the 2D to 3D conversion, which they got it. As I've been saying all day, persistence is key. And wow, same story over here for the snow cones. They were able to bring some part of the audience members into the music zone, and I can't believe I was talking when it happened, but the Wolfpack bots were able to move 2 of the sliders on the audio console into their upward position. Wow, I think 2 matches in a row where that's happened. I have not seen that yet today. Snow cones moving the boat off of its starting mark. Also completing the visual effects shot in that regard. Wolfpack bots trying to see, they might try and go another round for the soundboard. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do with it. 30 seconds left per our head ref, Henry. Thank you so much. Back to base, Wolfpack bots go. They were able to deploy the flag off of the scene change. Snow cones is having some panic moment right here. Their teammates are trying to call out a program, but there appears to be some confusion. And they launched the robot out into the field. 5 seconds remaining. A little bit of pressure out there right now. And that is the end of the match.
We could run the match in 3, 2, 1, Lego. Brickbots off the course. Looks like they're going over to 3D. Visual coders over to the immersive view. Weren't able to get the panels up. Brickbots robot casually sojourning through the field. Looks like it's taking a picture of everything on the map right now. Exactly. Scott Duncan said that's a Mars rover. They've got the immersive view up, and so do the visual coders. A little easier, but they are up. Looks like the robot got stuck on the lighting tower. Back to the immersive view, dropping the panels. They're going to grab the robot. 1 precision token. The free one is gone. Visual coders with a 3D cinema. Dragon protruding from the screen. Scary. 3-dimensional. Brickbots are ready to launch. Looks like they're going to the... bypassing the audio levels. Going to the 3D mission. Grabbing a hold of the frame. It doesn't yield. Visual coders sending the robot over to the right-hand side to the Frosty technicians. Brickbots moving over to the immersive view again. Just past bringing the arm down. But the arm did keep the panels from getting up all the way. Visual coders with a craft table and the hologram man in one fell swoop. Brickbots robot going back to home. Okay, putting another arm on. Looks like a alignment tool there. 30 seconds left in the match. Visual coders have completed the missions that they wanted to do. Brickbots going out again to the 3D cinema. Oh, the arm got onto the frame. Wasn't able to pull that dragon out. 10 seconds left in the match. They're headed over to the immersive view. Looks like they got some pretty good alignment now. They're following that line. And they're going to drop the arm. 1 second left. Just run out of time.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego! All right, DaVinci Coders heading out into the field immediately, completing the craft mission and the holographic performer immediately. Meanwhile, the Coding Eagles doing, oh no, sorry, not the same. They were heading towards the scene change. It looks like they were trying to complete it, and they may have also tried to do the 2D to 3D conversion, but they weren't able to do it successfully. Meanwhile, the DaVinci Coders were trying to pick up one of the field experts, I believe that would have been the visual effects artist, and bring them back into base, but their arm just missed and they knocked them over. But they were still able to make it to the other side, switching out their operating team, changing out components, loading up the curator and their masterpiece on the pedestal with an audience member. I bet they're probably going towards the museum. They look to kind of be on target. Let's see if they will make it. I'm seeing a little bit of disappointment from the team, but it looks like they still got most of their stuff in there. Coding Eagles were able to successfully turn the 2D movie into a 3D movie. They've been at that one for probably the first bit of the match here. Back to base they go. Both teams lining up their robot. DaVinci Coders heading out into the field, successfully bringing the camera and the boat into its completed position. completing the entire visual effects shot and having the footage to back it up. Coding Eagles heading out towards the field, trying to complete the immersive experience. Let's see if they can do it. The robotic arm just missed. Meanwhile, the Da Vinci coders were able to bring at least what looks like all the audience members in front of the 2D screen, but it's still not 3D yet. I wonder if they can do the conversion. Coding Eagles back in base on the same side as the Da Vinci coders, at least from my perspective. And the Da Vinci coders completing 2 changes of the scene, going from blue to pink and then pink to orange, trying to also complete the immersive experience, but unfortunately their arm just appeared to be a little bit off target. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and try it again. 30 seconds left in the match here approximately. Coding Eagles completing the craft mission and the holographic programmer. And Da Vinci coders also completing the 2D to 3D conversion. 20 seconds left in the clock. They are trying to decide if they are going to do the scene conversion again because they may wind up with something they don't want. Meanwhile, the Coding Eagles seems to be pretty happy with their score. They're just waiting out in the middle of the field. 10 seconds left on the clock. Both teams are done. Are we happy? Do we have time to spare? Is that even a thing around here? Wow. All right. Count with me. 2, 1. And that's the buzzer.
We can run the match in 3, 2, 1, Lego! Solon's off the bat. They're onto the craft table with a score. High Voltage Engineers selecting their program. They've got 2 audience members, pushing them to the concert. And the hologram guy. Looks like Solon's deciding which mission to do. Okay, Solons are done. Successfully completed that mission. High Voltage selecting mission number 2. We got the museum curator, a couple audience members, and their innovative project, presumably headed to the museum. 90-degree turn. Everybody's in, and they're in the museum. Coming back, clean run back to the home zone. Taking a peek on their mission map. It's like backwards arm needs to be up on this mission. Okay, just missed it. They're going for that camera on the rails. A little bit of a different aim. Here we go. Oh, it's right on the orange bar. It's right in there. You're going to pull it. And there goes the camera. Bounces into the medium blue. Okay, next one up. 2 orange guys. Looking in quadrant number 2. Looks like they're going to intercept the expert. Go over to the left side technicians. Cleanly done. Less than a minute left in the match. Looks like they've got the expert and an audience member over in the theater. 45 seconds left in the match. The mission map says lift her up into the second quadrant. Oh, hooked on the lighting tower. Okay, they're going to reset. Okay, 1 precision token, but that first token is 0 points, so no problem there. Arm is up. They're going to aim it again for 20 seconds left in the match. High Voltage headed to the lighting tower, taking a 45-degree turn, just short of the immersive mission. Uh-oh, looks like they pushed those guys out of the theater zone. The referees will check. 3, 2, 1, into the match.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego! Oh, I even had the audience on that one. This is going to be a good round. Cyber Falcons heading out into the field. Meanwhile, Dynamic Designers completing the 2D to 3D conversion. It looks like they are going to go for the scene conversion. That's one scene change, blue to pink. And hopefully another scene change, pink to orange. Meanwhile, Cyber Falcons completing the holographic performer mission and the augmented reality mission. All in one shot. Quite a burst of energy right here. Dynamic Designers heading out to the other side of the field. They appear to be changing their operators. Cyber Falcons appears to be doing the same thing too. They were holding their breath. They did not know apparently if they were going to make it to the other side because they kind of have to thread the needle between the visual effects supervisor and the virtual reality artist. The Dynamic Designers heading out into the field from the opposite side, completing the craft mission, heading over to the holographic artist. Looks like they're on target, and the mission is complete. Back to base. Cyber Falcons switching out attachments on the front of their robot. Minute and a half left on the clock. Let's see what both teams are going to do. Dynamic Designers heading out into the field, moving the boat off its starting position, carrying one of the specialty individuals and one of the audience members back to base. Cyber Falcons starting in base. Looks like they're trying to line something up here. Heading out into the field, right by the light tower, almost completing the augmented reality mission. Meanwhile, Dynamic Designers was able to, I didn't quite see what happened there. They were pretty happy with what happened though. Back to base they go. It looks like the soundboard got completely overturned over here. There won't be any hits coming from this table. Dynamic Designers heading out into the field, trying to bring their masterpiece and all the accompanying attachments over to the museum. Not quite. Looks like Cyber Falcons could be trying to go for the for the virtual experience mission, but they missed it on the second try. I wonder if they're going to go for a third time. Dynamic Designers was able to recover their lost cargo in the middle of the field and bring it over to the museum. And it looks like they were trying to do something with the light tower, but they may have just missed it. And it looks like they have decided to stay out in the middle of the field. Same goes for the Cyber Falcons. Is this the end of the match? How do we have so much time to spare today? This is ridiculous. 5 seconds left is good here. Go ahead and count it. And that is the end of the buzzer.
Okay, let's run this match in 3, 2, 1, Lego. Okay, Wombat's out with an inverted U arm with an audience member over to the concert. They easily have, yep, they got the craft table also. Galaxy Innovators have the 3D cinema out. Dragon has protruded from the three-dimensional screen. Oh my gosh, the Wombats are loading up this robot. They've got the innovative project, they've got the curator, they've got an audience member. I don't know what all. Radioactive Innovators changing the scene, trying to change the scene, but they've hooked their arm underneath the bar. Okay, now, yep, they're going to retrieve it. The referee's going to retrieve it for them. Over onto the right side. Galaxy Innovators, looks like they got a scene change to pink. They have a scene change to yellow. Nice job, Innovators. Wombats getting their curved arm on with a double angle on it. Some ways it's got to get on there. There you go. Got to get that gear connected. Galaxy Innovators, 9-degree turn, headed to the immersive view. Oh, the robot got it up. Will it stay? It does. Nice job, Innovators. Wombats over there getting an audience member into the concert. And, oh my gosh, audience member didn't get a ride. Robot going over to the left side. Yep, maneuvered through all the missions. Arm is ready. Pit crew putting another one on. Yep, they're ready to go. Galaxy Innovators trying to hook that camera. Just missed it. Looks like they're going to try that one again. Mission 4 for the Wombats. Looks like it's going to be to change the scene. Push it a little bit. Didn't change the scene, though. Tried to get it in reverse. Did not get it. And going back to home now. Okay, Galaxy Innovators sending the robot over to the right side. Tex had to flip it around. Wombat Tex assembling it with a long left side arm. Galaxy Innovators have the robot in the home zone after running over an expert. That's the end of the match.
All right, let's start the match in 3, 2, 1, Lego. All right, Savage Bricks heading out towards the soundboard mixer, trying to see if they can lift up some of those mix buses, those little levers that you use to control things on a soundboard. But it looks like the robotic arm got caught and they weren't able to do it. Meanwhile, the Husky Howlers heading out into the field. They were able to complete the craft mission along with the holographic performer. Back to base they go. Savage Bricks heading out to the other side of the field. Looks like they just tried to navigate their way over there and change their operators. They have probably programs that are designed for that other region of the field. And it looks like the Howlers are heading over to the augmented reality mission. They had a robotic arm that was supposed to deploy, but it looks like they just barely missed it, unfortunately. At the same time, though, they might try and do the immersive experience, but the robotic arm did not appear to have enough strength behind it, or they weren't positioned correctly in order to complete the mission. Both robots are back in base. Savage Bricks switching out components on their robot. Howlers are going for another run at the augmented reality experience. Let's see if they can get it. And it looks like they're on target this time, and it's complete. It looked like for a moment there they weren't going to get it, but then their robot did a fun little spin and was able to complete it. They also tried to complete the immersive experience again, but they still weren't quite on target with it. It looks like they might be able to do it, though. Meanwhile, Savage Bricks heading over to the other side of the field, and in doing so, they were able to move the boat off of the starting mark and maybe even move the camera. It looks like they were also trying to drag the visual effects supervisor off to another area of the field, although I don't know necessarily what they were trying to do with that. Savage Bricks on the other side still trying to perform soundboard mixing, release their new album, but alas, they are actually just caught on their own hardware, pulling their robot back into base. Howlers on the other side as well, switching out attachments. We're down to we're getting close to the last 30 seconds of the match here. We'll hear the warning buzzer in a little bit. Savage Bricks switching out attachments. Now we're down to about 30 seconds. This is where the pressure starts to set in. Howlers switching out attachments as well. Both robots are still in base. It seems like the Howlers might try and do the 2D to 3D conversion, and the Savage Bricks, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do. They have about 10 seconds left to try and hook up something that has a motor on it. I wonder if they're going to be able to do it. Howlers going out towards the screen for 2D to 3D conversion, or I lied, trying to deliver some cargo to the museum. Can they do it? 1 second left? Maybe not, unfortunately.
Let's run this match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Line X arm down. We're going to change that mission and realigning. Creator Bots has the craft table lit up already. Just missed the immersive view by Lionetics, but easily makes it back to the home zone for another try. Mission won by Creator Bots. Here it comes with a hook. Just missed. Creator Bots putting on some kind of heavy crating mechanism, putting all kinds of debris in the, audience members and a curator. One more time for Lionetics on that immersive view. And Creator Bots has their innovative project also corralled. Oh, bump on the lighting tower. So Creator Bots taking a 45-degree left into the museum. Need to lift that arm. And it clears. Robot back out of there. Yep, they're backing out. Lionetics with a 3D cinema scores. Dragon protruding through the screen. Creator Bots taking off that mechanism. Bringing on or pinning something. Lionetics looks like they're passing the robot over to the right side tech. Same with the Creator Bots. They've got it over to the left side. Okay, Lionetics on the right side. Creator Bots on the left side with a spike arm. Looks like they're going to try to pin something down like the camera loop and drag it into the right position. Lionetics, Creator Bots does have the camera. They have it in the camera zone. Lionetics got the craft table. Creator Bots also has the ship into the movie scene. Lionetics successful with a hologram push. Creator Bots with a big platform arm, looks like a concrete float. Lionetics with the camera on the rails. They're into the, looks like the light blue, or medium blue. Looks like Lionetics have fulfilled their missions. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. End of the match.
All right, let's do it. Match will begin in 3, 2, 1, Lego! All right, now we have motion on the field. Empire heading out to try and see if they could launch the dolly camera. Although, wait, where did the dolly camera go? Oh, it fell off. I didn't see that. I just saw a camera disappear. And in the cinema world, it's not great if, a camera just all of a sudden disappears off of the track. Just little mysteries like that need to be solved. Meanwhile, 501st was heading out into the field, and it looks like they were carrying some audience members, but I think it looks like they were able to get him by the soundboard and then back to on the other side of the base. I was instructed by one of the team members that they crashed, and they were not able to get it into the spot that they wanted. Meanwhile, Empire was over on the other side of the field, making a run over to the red side, and they collided with the boat, carrying what probably looked like one of the specialty individuals, the visual effects supervisor, I presume. And they tried it a second time, but they weren't able to get it all the way over there. I wonder if they're just having some launching issues. 501st coming back over to the other side of the field, trying to attach a motor with an arm on it, and I've actually seen them use this before. This is to do the conversion of the 2D movie to the 3D movie, so I presume that is probably what they're going to do next. Empire is on the red launch side, trying to debate what they're going to do next. Looks like they may have had a false launch. There's a little bit of stress coming from the team here, trying to decide what they're going to do next. We're hearing some encouragement from their teammates. Meanwhile, 501st had a launch, but they were not happy with it, so they pulled their robot back in before they may have moved out of the region, but they were still able to complete the 2D to 3D conversion on that second try. Empire still back on the other side from where they had started. Looks like they're going to try and go for the soundboard mixer. I've seen a lot of people do it today. Will they be able to do it? And they're having some encouragement from 501st. Will the spirit of friendly competition be enough to make a new soundtrack? Maybe not right there. Second time, perhaps. Less than 30 seconds left. They still have enough time, though. With that time, they still have at least 2 good shots in this. 501st encouraging them as much as they can. Persistence is key here. 501st believes that Empire is so close. Can they get this album done? They're trying to get the mix buses up on the soundboard. Can they do it? 5 seconds left. Don't give up. Go for it. One more shot. Can they get it? Oh, unfortunately not.
Let's run the match in 3, 2, 1, let go. Playbuilders headed to the theater. Scene change. Rest in pieces. Robot stopped. Okay, they're going to send it over to the right side technicians over there. Tech's putting on the curved arm on the rear of the robot. Playbuilders going for the 3D. Just missed it. Got a roller on that arm for on the ground. Craft's table mission scored and the hologram scored for Rest in Pieces. Oh, nice movement around that audio. Okay, Rest in Pieces says they're done. They're not going to retrieve that robot. They want to do one more. Some of the techs say no. They don't want to give up that precision token. All right, Playbuilders. Mission map. Popcorn. Number 2. Code cross table. Oh, no, we're still in theater. Okay, 2 audience members into the theater. 5 points for the theater and 10 points for those 2 audience members. All right, we're going to send it across to the right side techs. Clean run. Didn't hit anything on the way over. 1 minute left in the match. 1 minute. Still plenty of time. Corral arm put on by the Playbuilders. They have their innovative model and the curator and some audience members going for a ride, probably to the museum. All right, mission number 7 headed out of the zone, taking a 90-degree. Joe hooked the left wheel onto the craft table. 27 seconds left in the match. So we're trying to decide whether they want to hook it again or just leave it. Tough decision. 15 seconds left in the match. They're going to go ahead and get the robot again for another mission. And into the match, Great job, play builders. Great job, rest in pieces.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Lego. Da-da-da-da-da. All right, both robots heading out into the field. Mindstorm Masters attempting to go for at least what looked like the boat mission. However, the robotic arm did something a little bit unpredictable. The Eagles were going out towards the immersive reality experience. Oh, and I remember this. This is the robot that almost tips itself over every time it tries to activate all the LED walls. But hey, as they told me, if it works, it works. And it worked for them this time, so I see no reason that it wouldn't work in the future. Back to base they go. Mindstorm Masters looks to be trying to... Oh, it looks like they successfully completed the 2D to 3D conversion. And their robot is just sitting there. They seem a little confused as to what is happening. Maybe they have a bug in their program somewhere. And the Eagles heading out into the field, carrying a whole bunch of stuff with them. They have their masterpiece, a whole bunch of audience members, and the curator in one of their attachments. And it looks like they were able to get at least some of that over into the museum. And they were also able to complete the craft mission. I didn't actually see that happen, but they went by it, and I noticed that it had been completed, so I presumed that they had completed it, unless they forgot to reset it. Both teams are back in base, both in the blue launching area, actually. Mindstorm Masters now switching over to their other team of operators for the second half of the match. And the Eagles out in the field using maybe a line follower to try and guide themselves over to the augmented reality mission. Looks like their robotic arm was just off target a little bit. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and try it again. Mindstorm Masters going for what looked something over by the holographic performer, and they were able to complete the craft mission as well. Both robots back in base. Mindstorm Masters preloading the pedestal with their masterpiece, a couple of audience members, and the curator. 30 seconds left on the clock. It looks like the Eagles were going to try and see if they could do the 2D to 3D conversion, and they did. Successfully so. Trying to see if they can do some scene switching as well. Their robotic arm may be doing it. Mindstorm Masters moving audience members onto the field. It looks like they may have dropped them, though, and I don't know if they attempted anything else with it. 10 seconds left on the clock. I see no more motion. 3 seconds left. And that is the end of the round.
All right, audience, let's go 3. It worked. Connect and conquer immediately with a 3D cinema dragon protruding from the screen. Nice work. Mission 0, perfectly lined up on that alignment mark. Looks like they're going for the audio levels. Oh, they flipped them up. Oh, one did stay. Going to the theater scene change. Skipping that, apparently. Over to the immersive view, a trial lift, over to the craft table, ba-bam, and we're going to snatch it over to the right side. 1 precision token taken. That one doesn't cost any points. Technician trying to get that pin out. Sometimes they get really stuck in there. Wonder if somebody glued it or what. Plenty of time. Just over a minute and a half left. No fair, they're whispering, I can't hear. All right, looks like they're going for that craft table. Ba-bam, that's easy. Hologram, ba-bam, just, oh, on the second one they did hook it. Augmented reality, didn't quite get that bar. Going after the speakers, going after the sidewall. And they're going over to the left side with it. Approaching 1 minute left in the match. Aligning on the middle alignment bar. And mission 0 again. Going for, okay, they've got 2 audio levels up. Over to the scene change, easy to pink. That would look too easy. Over to the immersive view, just short by about an inch. Okay, stuck on that mission. Over to the right side. We've got 38 seconds left in the match for Connect and Conquer. Okay, flipping that arm over. 30 seconds left in the match. Dong, dong, dong. Okay. Got the lances on. Going to load up the mission model. innovative project. And that's mission 2, which is Destination Museum. It's wobbling. It's in there. It's in the museum. Nice job. 5 seconds left in the match. All right. Great job for the last match of the day. Connect and conquer. Has everybody got that? I know it's pretty difficult, but once the first 30 teams do it, I think the 31st team is going to know how to do it. What do you say, Larson?
I would agree. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty high success rate right there, right?
Well, do you want to invite any teams down for these awards?
Sure. Let's just start on the list here. Can I get team 6579, the Mindstorm Masters? Where are they? And then once the teams get over to start picking up their medals, I will call the next one. We have team 31611, the Wolfpack Bots. Oh, they are right there. Perfect. You guys can try and give me a high five if you want, although I don't know how successful you will be if I'm holding my paper. And if I can read here, we have team 40644, the Da Vinci Coders.
Did we miss? Hey, Larson, slow down.
Slow down? Okay, I will slow down.
Did you miss a team?
Did I miss a team? I did miss a team. How did I miss a team?
4643, the Royal Robots. St. Albert the Great Catholic School. They're the ones with the big cheering section, too.
All right. And then
they're going to be giving you the hairy eyeball.
Yeah, they will. Oh, well, I think I was trying to high-five teams at the same time, so the words were moving around on the page. Oh, no. But who do we have next? We have team 42381, the Smith Ridge Play Builders. Where are they?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, 43054, Carson Middle School, Soul and Pride. Come on down.
And we have team 46371, Lionetics 1.
Then introduce the next one.
Okay. Wait, so the last team, is this them?
No, that's Carson.
Oh, that's Carson.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Hey.
Okay.
So, Lionetics, you announced the Lionetics, right? I did, yeah. I don't see them coming down. Did we already hear Lionetics? Lionetics is left the building. All right, 47-349, the Dynamic Designers, St. Albert the Great Catholic School. So, like, once they get down here, oh, Lionetics, sorry. Huh? Just one of you? Ours had to okay, get your picture. Hold up here, we got picture.
Oh, my microphone's having a fun time. And we have team 47743, the Galaxy Innovators. There they are, coming down to get their medals.
And one of my favorite names, 47800, the Tahoe Snow Cones, Incline Elementary School. Here they come. It's an avalanche down the stands. Only one of them has their elf hat left. And the coach with the cool leggings.
All right, and moving on to team 48470, the High Voltage Engineers. Okay, thank you. Makes sense.
All right. 52-9-57, Metallic Eagles, Eagle Valley Middle School.
Okay. And did we already call team 52071 Incline Middle School from Incline Middle School? Did we?
They are not here.
Oh, they are not here. That explains why we skipped them.
That's why I skipped right over it.
I was wondering about that. See, all the brain cells are gone today. Now we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Team 55692, the Savage Bricks, a community team.
Here they come.
Is that all from Savage Bricks? Wow.
Now, Team 56042, Connect and Conquer, Sky Ranch Middle School. Oh, Connect and Conquer?
It looks
Here
like
we go. There they come.
There's Savage Bricks. Oh, and Connect and Conquer is still in the building.
Well, like 2 of us.
Hey, you're here representing your team. That's what matters. All right, and now, well, we'll let everybody kind of get situated here. Savage Bricks getting a whole lot of medals to represent their team. Let's go ahead and call down team 56424, Dragon Bots 1. There they are.
It looks like Connect and Conquer made a great haul, but that's for all 3 teams from Sky Ranch. Dragonbot's coming down.
Here they
Nice. 56604, Coding Eagles. Eagle Valley Middle School. Fly, Eagles, fly. That's how you do it. Sprint over there.
And moving on, we have part 2 of the Dragon Bots from Hunter Lake Elementary School. Where's the second half of that team? And can we have team 56809, the Cyber Falcons? Where are they? Cyber Falcons? I thought I saw all of you. Oh, did they leave? 1 second. I can use my big voice to project. Is that better? Okay, there we go. Team 56809, the Cyber Falcons, are you here? There they are. That's who I'm looking for.
Safety first coming down the stairs. Once you get on the gym floor, sprint! Yeah. All right, 57-224, Smithridge Visual Coders. Smithridge STEM Elementary School.
All right. And then moving on, Team 5770, Empire Elementary School, Team 1 from Empire Elementary.
And we want to acknowledge Team 57804, Rest in Pieces from Sky Ranch. They've got all the medals over there. I can see. How could you lift all those? Got to be like, what, 10, 20 pounds worth of medals?
Nah, 10, 20 pounds worth of medals is nothing for the teams that are excited about it. And I wonder about this team here, Team 59158, Empire Elementary School 2 from Empire Elementary School.
Hey, those sunglasses look a little too small. All right, Team 59514, Leopard Bots from Lynn's Elementary School. Leopard Bots.
Where's the leopard bots? There they are. They were hiding from me.
Leopard Bots.
All right, who else are we looking for? Team 60109, the Barcoders.
If you can't tell, that's the homeschool team here in this qualifier. Stop sign! Stop right here by the Leopard Bots. All right, next up, 6459, the 501st Community Team. Good job, Barcoders. Woo-hoo. Here comes the 501st. Has that got something to do with Star Wars? Am I missing something? I thought that was the Star Wars reenactors, the 501st.
And moving on, we have Team 60561, the Yes Squad from Yerington Elementary School. Where's the Yes Squad? Did they leave?
Purple team, Yerington.
Yerington Elementary. Yes, yes, yes. Where is the Yes Squad? Not here?
Long drive. All right, next team up, 61021. Stay back, because it's the radioactive Wombats, Hunsberger Elementary. They're glowing green, but they don't have any protrusions coming out of their head. Nice work.
And Team 61642, the Husky Howlers from Hunsberger Elementary School.
Howlers? Howlers? Here we come. The Husky Howlers. Give me a howl. Okay. Next up, 62-510, SW Da Vinci Coders from Nevada Sage Waldorf School. So SW I thought was Southwest. Then I was told it was strategically wonderful. Maybe it's Sage Waldorf. I don't know. Anyway, it's SW Da Vinci Coders.
There they are. And if we get team 62527, the Brick Bots, where are they? Those red shirts up there?
Bishop, California. And last but not least, I want to say it slowly because the word is we don't have the judged awards from the judges yet. So I'm speaking slowly. Judge advisor said they were going to have it here 8 minutes ago, and we don't have it yet. But on the other hand, it is not 4 o'clock. So you guys waiting up there for individual awards start coming down. 63-894, Creator Bots, Little Flower School. Come on, Creator Bots. Team chant happening right now. Come on, tournament director. Chase that judge down. Judge advisor. So, now's the moment you've all been waiting for. The closing ceremonies.
All right. And to the teams, congratulations on your achievements this season, and may the medals you have received be a reminder of the countless hours studying, researching, building, and problem solving as you've worked together with your team during the Masterpiece, part of the first in show presented by Qualcomm season. The process that got you to this point defines each and every one of you as a first LEGO League champion and winner, and that medal celebrates this achievement.
And a special thank you to our host today, the Eagle Valley Middle School. A great facility for our qualifier number 3. And FLL teams 52-957, Metallic Eagles. Woohoo! Okay, team, you can cheer for yourself. And 56-604, Coding Eagles. That's better. Coached by Kimberly Tucker and Becky Ritter.
Thank you, thank you. And we also want to thank our first LEGO League global sponsors, LEGO Education and the LEGO Foundation, as well as our first LEGO League Challenge Division sponsor, Rockwell Automation.
And I can't see the screen. We also can't thank our wonderful local sponsors enough whose support has not only made this tournament possible, but they also have been strong supporters of teams throughout the state. They are Tesla, the Nevada Department of Education, yeah, and the Gene Haas Foundation.
And once again, please join me in thanking our tournament director, Caroline Hansen. Where is she? There she is.
And before we get to the team awards, we want to take a moment to recognize our volunteers. Volunteers, please stand and wave to the crowd. Look at them all. Volunteers, true volunteers. They're not getting paid. Oh, wait. They did get bribed with a little lunch, huh, Larson?
Yeah, it was good.
Couldn't have survived without that lunch. No words can adequately express our appreciation for you, and no tournament can happen without the support, time, and commitment of our volunteers. At every tournament, there are those individuals who are the go-to people, the make it happen people, and there is no such word as impossible people.
And to our coaches and mentors, I know you have probably spent the entire day standing, and now I'm going to ask you to just do a little bit more. Please stand so we can recognize you and all of your effort that you put forward to your teams. You are truly the center of their world. Thank you so much.
Great job, coaches. Yes.
And these are the special volunteers who spent hundreds of hours with each, well, not hundreds of hours each week with the teams, maybe hundreds of hours over the course of their lifetimes, and they have inspired, encouraged, and motivated, all the while demonstrating and modeling gracious professionalism. Teams, take a moment to tell your coaches how much you appreciate all that they have done for you.
Nice. Bask in that adulation. Now we'd like to present the Coach Mentor Award. Coaches and mentors inspire their teams to do their best, both as individuals and together. Wow. Look at that award. It says Core Values Award? Ha, made you look. Coach Mentor Award. This award goes to the coach or mentor whose leadership and guidance is clearly evident and best exemplifies the first core values.
Being the first award handed out, the recipient of the Coach and Mentor Award also gets the privilege of demonstrating how the high five line works, although truly you've probably already seen it at this point. And when someone or a team hears their name called, they are invited to come down, pass the volunteer high five line, and I think the rest you understand. Now, back to the Coach and Mentor Award.
So we're not going to do that demonstration of the high five line?
We could if you really wanted to.
I do not want to.
Perfect.
The person standing next to me wanted to, but we're vetoing. Okay. This coach's team said the following about this very special person. You have to wipe your hand off.
Our coach helps us both emotionally and practically. Our coach motivates us to be creative and have confidence in our abilities and teaches us new skills. Without our coach's help, we would not be here today. He puts a lot of hard work and is the best coach that we can have.
The Coach Mentor Award goes to
Paul.
from Team 56-424 Dragonbots 1, Paul Fleming. There he is. He was just basking in the adulation. Now he gets more. Come on down, Paul. Good job.
All right. And we will now turn to the first of the team awards after we have another
Go
round
get
of
a
applause.
photo.
And we will begin with our Core Values Award. Jim, do you want to tell us about that?
Why not? The Core Values Award celebrates teams that display extraordinary enthusiasm and spirit, knows they can accomplish more together than they could as an individual, and show each other and other teams respect at all times.
And before getting to our winner, let's recognize our finalists for the Core Values Award. The second place Core Values Award goes to Team 40643, Royal Robotics.
Second place award, also award? Oh, that's good. All right, the judges had this to say about the Core Values Award winner. Okay, remember, three-sentence awards from the three-sentence presentation from the judges. ChatGPT was involved. This team truly had each other's back, and it showed with. And we have a timeout called by the judge advisor. So we have a timeout called by the judge advisor, their first called timeout in the half. All right, second place award, 46-43 Royal Robots. Come on down for your award. So we had just a little bit of confusion. At smaller qualifiers, there is no second place award. But this qualifier is big enough that we get second place also. Okay, remember what I said about the 3-sentence presentation and the fact that ChatGPT may be involved, but that humans were there. Okay, I'm just saying that just so it sounds cool, all right? ChatGPT may have been involved. Apparently it wasn't. This team truly had each other's back, and it showed with high fives for each other during the presentation. Being a chosen group, they learned, performed, and achieved as a pack. With a howling good time, this team impressed the judges. The Core Values Award goes to Team 61642, the Husky Howlers.
And there they go with their wonderful howling mascot. Can we get a howl for the Husky Howlers and the same cheer? That's wonderful. You know, I never actually got to know their mascot's name. I'll have to ask him a little bit later because I think that's something that I should know. But next comes to our Innovation Project Award. And the Innovation Project Award recognizes teams that utilize diverse resources for their innovation project to help them gain a comprehensive understanding of the problem they identified, developed a creative, well-researched solution, and effectively communicated their findings to the judges and to the community. Our second place Innovation Project Award goes to, but I'm not going to say it yet. Jim, did you have something to add or no?
No.
No?
I was just going to do my part in the script.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go for it. Who does the second place Innovation Project Award go to?
I don't know. Who? Is that a joke?
It might be. No, I'm just kidding. Team 4238 the Smith Ridge Play Builders.
All right, Smith Ridge, come on down. Congratulations, Play Builders. Now our judges had this to say about the winning team. This team made broad strokes for their innovation project. We could feel the beat with their silent dance. Their team's dynamics clearly impressed the judges. The Innovation Project Award goes to Team 47349, the Dynamic Designers. Come on down.
And let's have another round of applause for the Dynamic Designers with their wonderful hats. I've been loving those all day. Which means we now move on to the Robot Awards, beginning with our Robot Design Award. A team that earns a Robot Design Award used outstanding programming principles and solid engineering practices to develop a robot that is mechanically sound, durable, efficient, and highly capable of performing challenge missions. Recognizing our finalists for the Robot Design Award, we have the second place for the Robot Design Award, and it is Team 56675 DragonBots 2.
All right, DragonBots 2. And the judges had this to say about the Robot Design Award winner. This wonderful team had a passion for education. Their robot design augmented their reputation. With a great big jig to line up their rig, this is a pack to follow. The Robot Design Award goes to Team 31611, the Wolfpack Bots. I don't know if you've seen that, but the Wolfpack Bots have really incorporated art into their shirt designs. That's Starry Night by Vincent Van Gogh. Van Gogh, okay, Van Gogh, Starry Night.
I was wondering about that, Jim. I'm glad you pointed that out because I've been curious about it, and now I get to actually know. That
With
is
a
pretty-
a wolf silhouette on top.
You learn something new every day. And now we move on to our Robot Performance Award. So this award celebrates a team that scores the most points during a robot game, which I think is the one that everybody was eyeing the scoreboard for today. Teams have a chance to compete in at least 3 2.5-minute matches, and their highest score counts. And now to recognize the top performing robots, in second place with a score of, are you ready for this, 280, the next Robot Performance Award goes to Team 61642, the Husky Howlers.
Oh boy. Little issue behind the scenes. Tournament director discussing it right now. Also with a tournament high score of 280. So in case you didn't know, when scores are tied, high scores are tied, the tiebreaker goes to the second highest score for each team, and then if necessary to the third highest score. So the tiebreaker overall winner of the Robot Performance Award goes to Team 56675, the Dragon Bots 2. Come on down, Dragon Bots.
And I think if I remember correctly, I got to witness that match over on the red table, and it was quite a sight. The team was just biting their nails like, oh, is the robot going to work? And it did, so congratulations to them. And of course, next we will move on to our Engineering Excellence Award winner. The Engineering Excellence Award celebrates a team with an efficiently designed robot, an innovative project solution that effectively addresses the season challenge, and great core values evident in everything that they do. And the judges had to say this about the Engineering Excellence Award winner. With cool hats and uniforms that outshone the competition, to accelerate their learning, this team used multiple robots and magnificent wheels. With their mathematical minds, they were masterful with custom code blocks and multiple sensors. You may even like their people dispensers. Which is interesting because the Engineering Excellence Award goes to Team 6579, the Mindstorm Masters. And I think we're getting down to it here.
Mindstorm Masters with a team number of 6579 shows they've been around for a long, long time. Not those particular students, because all of them graduated, but, you know, the team's been around. So before we get to the Champions Award winner, we have these additional awards to distribute to teams. We'll start with a Breakthrough Award. The Breakthrough Award celebrates a team that made significant progress in their confidence and capability in both the robot game and innovation project, and are a shining example of excellent core values. They demonstrate that they understand that what they discover is more important than what they win. And Larson's going to tell you about what the judges had to say about the Breakthrough Award winner.
Sorry, my apologies.
You got to get in there for some pictures.
So yeah, I was getting pictures. You know, you have to have a little bit of fun. Is this what the judges had to say about the Breakthrough Award?
That is correct.
All right, this rookie team had great enthusiasm. Their focus on green was a sight to be seen. Interesting. Despite their glitchy robot, they plowed through, preserved, and raised the bar. The Breakthrough Award goes to Team 60109, the Barcoders.
Yeah. Great job.
Good job. Very nice. Good job, Brandon. Nice. Thank you.
Next, we move to our Rising All-Star Award. The Rising All-Star Award celebrates a team that the judges notice and expect great things from in the future.
And the judges had this to say about the Rising All-Star Award winner. We loved the team's aspirations for learning. The judges were impressed by their crafts and kindness. This team shot for the stars this season. And the Rising All-Star Award goes to Team 60459, the 501st. And I got the name right again today. I'm on fire.
You sure? Are you sure?
Here they all come down the stairs, bringing all the energy that they brought up to the field. I'm surprised they still have it.
I saw Wolfie. You're so little. Before we announce our final award, let's take a quick moment to acknowledge those teams who are with us for the last time. Please stand if you're aging out of first Lego lead at the end of this season. Wow. Wow, practically the whole team, Da Vinci Coders OG. Some more of the Brick Bots. Not that many, though. That's great. We want to congratulate you for everything you've achieved, and we hope to see you continue robotics journey on our first tech challenge or first robotics competition team next year. Millions of dollars in scholarship funds are available to participants in both those programs.
And of course, we've had some people who have been involved with the first program, aged out, and decided to come back. Let's hear it for our first alumni. Where are they? Round of applause for them. And if you are a coach, volunteer, or supporter with us today and have graduated from a first program, please stand, presuming you're not already standing. And teams, we hope to see you join these ranks someday. Let's have a round of applause.
I know you're waiting patiently to learn what team has earned the most coveted Champions Award. Our advancing teams and Champions Award-winning teams will receive an advancement to the Northern Nevada Championship, which will be held at UNR Joe Crowley Student Center on January 27th next year. The following teams, in addition to our Champions Award winners, will move on into the next competition.
And the following teams, which we will list off, will also move on to the championship event. And advancing teams, once your number is called, we would like one person from your team to come down and claim your championship ticket. Please decide which team member now, okay? This is the moment you've all been waiting for. All right. Now, you have 5 seconds to decide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready?
That was a quick countdown.
Okay.
You're not from NASA, are you?
But before we do that really quick, just for a little bit of spirit, our cheerleaders have a little bit of spirit to bring to the room. Would you like to show us?
And Ernie. Ernie doesn't speak.
And if you can, we would like everybody to join if you recognize it.
All right, Eagle Valley cheerleaders. And Ernie. And the pom-pom drum roll.
All right. And are we ready for the teams? All right.
I just wanted to say one thing. We're trying to make first as a competition with, STEM in mind, because, the football team, the basketball team, the volleyball team, they all get accolades. But this is, and we do have a great competition, I believe. FLL, FTC, FRC, all great competitions, really exciting, just as exciting as some of the football games. But I believe this is the first time we've had a cheer squad at the competition. Am I correct?
I would say so too. Yeah, I don't think I have seen a cheer squad, and it's a nice, welcome addition to the first community.
So we've made the big leagues.
All right. Well, then I will go ahead and get through the teams that are advancing, and then Jim, I will leave the Champions Award to you. The teams that will be advancing on are Team 31611, the Wolfpack Bots. And again, one member, come down and claim your ticket
All
to the
right,
championship.
come down and claim your ticket.
The second team, Team 40643, the Royal Robots. And we have Team 47349, the Dynamic Designers. We'll let them come down for a minute. Let the anticipation build. And we have Team 56675, Dragon Bots 2.
Just one, two.
3 more remaining. Team 60109, the Barcoders. And Team 61642, the Husky Howlers.
Larson, I just wanted to say one thing before our last advancing team before the Champions Award. So you're aware, you've got your numeric sorts and you got your alphanumeric sorts. So it's looking like, oh, the next team advancing must have a team number higher than 61642.
Higher
But
than?
is that the case?
It does not appear to be. Oh,
So who's that last advancer?
I wonder who that last advancer is. Team 6579, the Mindstorm Masters.
She seems a little tired to sprint down the basketball court. Finally, we come to our Champions Award. The Champions Award celebrates a team that embodies the first LEGO League experience by fully embracing our core values while achieving excellence and innovation in robot performance, robot design, and the innovation project.
And each team that earns a Champions Award will also be invited to join the other advancing teams at the Northern Nevada Championship. The second place Champions Award goes to, take it away, Jim.
You do it.
I do it. Okay, I guess I will do it. Team 40644, the Da Vinci Coders.
Careful on those stairs. They were sure to remind me that that's the Da Vinci Coders OG. All right, we have one more ticket to the state championship for the Champions Award winner. And the judges have the following to say about this stellar team. See if you can guess who it is. This team soared above the competition with their innovative thinking and extensive engineering knowledge. These high-flying aficionados of all things LEGO are not your average birds of prey. They blew us away with a flair that's as shiny as their wings. Drum roll, please. The Champions Award goes to Team 52957, the Metallic Eagle. Good job.
Hey, look, Ma, I made it. Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
And congratulations to all of the teams who have competed today. Thank you for coming out. And to the teams that are advancing on, I will see you at the Joe Crowley Student Union in January.
Okay.
But wait, before you go. What did it say? Oh, we have a special message from First Headquarters asking us to play the challenge teaser for next season? What? Let's have a look-see.
I know. It's very short. A water game,
A water
perhaps.
game.
Floating robots. So that concludes the award ceremony for this year's season masterpiece, part of the First in Show presented by Qualcomm. Please join me in congratulating all the teams on their fantastic performance. As a reminder, teams will receive their rubrics by logging into the Event Hub. Coaches, email me if you have problems with that. But this isn't goodbye. We hope you can join us next season for more STEM fun. Thank you for being here and supporting all these amazing students.